श्रीचक्रवरदाचार्यं शुद्धसत्त्वगुरुत्तमं श्रीनिधिं राघवं वन्दे ह्यपारकरुणाकरं निधाय वेत्रमञ्जसा स्वमौलिवेष्टनावृते प्रबोधमुद्रिकां वदन् प्रमोदपूरितान्तरः सतोत्रसूत्रसत्करः परो जगाद यत्पुरा यतीन्द्रभाष्यमण्डितं तदत्र भाति शोभनं गोदानाथवचस्सारं गोदाग्रजपदप्रियः गोदा गोष्ठ्यां वदिष्यामि सिड्नीपुर्यां मुदान्वितः. A very good evening to all. At the outset, I should thank Sydney Andal Group for giving me a wonderful lineup of topics. Because yesterday the topic was the glory of Vedas. But today's topic is the essence of those Vedas. Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all those Vedas. Now our topic today is the essence of that Bhagavad Gita. You might have heard one shloka, Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Partho Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahat. The shloka says all the Upanishads are cows. Lord Krishna, he is the cowherd. This Krishna cowherd kept all the Upanishads, Vedas as cows, and he kept Arjuna as the calf. Having Arjuna as calf, Lord Krishna extracted the milk of Gita from the cows called Upanishads and distributed the milk of Gita to all the wise people all around the world. Because usually a good cowherd, he keeps the calf for milking, but he won't give all the milk to the calf. He will distribute the milk to all people. So he just had Arjuna as a nimittam, a cause, just a calf. Having Arjuna as calf, Lord Krishna the cowherd milked Upanishads the cows and extracted the milk called Gita. It comes from Upanishads cows. The milk is Gita. Now this cowherd Lord Krishna distributes it to the entire universe in the form of 700 verses Bhagavad Gita. That's why Lord Krishna, he was a cowherd in childhood. He wanted to make net practice. Before going to the ground and playing cricket, they do net practice. Similarly, Lord Krishna did net practice by rearing and milking cows in his early stage. Now, during the epic battle of Mahabharatam, the same Lord Krishna had Upanishads as cows, Arjuna as calf, extracted milk of Gita and distributes it to everybody. So, the essence of Upanishads is Gita. Now, our topic is essence of Bhagavad Gita. We are going to see the essence of all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita within 100 minutes. So, 5 to 6 minutes per chapter. You can see, without further delay, we are going into the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1. Arjuna breaking down in the middle of the epic battlefield of Kurukshetram. It is the chapter 1 of Bhagavad Gita. Whenever you think of Bhagavad Gita, one scene will flash across your minds. The scene is the battlefield of Kurukshetra. 7 Akshauhini Pandava army assembled on one side, 11 Akshauhini Kaurava army assembled on the other side. Arjuna entering the arena. Now there is a term Akshauhini. What is that Akshauhini? Pandava army 7 Akshauhini, Kaurava army 11 Akshauhini we say. There is a calculation for Akshauhini. 21,870 elephants, 21,870 chariots, 65,610 horses and 1,09,350 foot soldiers together constitute 1 Akshauhini. 21,870 elephantry, 21,870 chariotry, 65,610 cavalry, 109,350 infantry together constitute 1 Akshauhini. Similarly, 7 Akshauhini Pandavasena on one side, 11 Akshauhini Kauravasena on other side enters Arjuna. There is no distraction in Kurukshetram. I believe there is no distraction here also. Please listen here. There is no distraction here, no distraction in Kurukshetra also. So let our attention be on the Upanyasam only. Now enters Arjuna. His chariot is being driven by our own Lord Parthasarathi. He is the driver. He drives the chariot of Arjuna. Arjuna enters the battlefield. As he enters the battlefield, Arjuna requests his charioteer Lord Parthasarathi, Senayor Ubhayor Madhye Ratham Stapayame Achyuta. O Parthasarathi Krishna, please station my chariot in between the two armies. Let me see who are all stationed on either sides. So please station in between the two armies. Krishna obliges, he stations the chariot in between the two armies. Now Arjuna sees either side of the battlefield, but he did not see horses, he did not see elephants, he did not see chariots, he did not see commanders, he did not see soldiers. Then who did he see? Tatra pashyat sthitan parthaha pitrun athapita mahan acharyan matulan bhratrun putran pautran sakings tatha shwashuran suhridaschaiva senayorubhayorapi. Arjuna saw his uncles, grandpas, teachers, in-laws, brothers, sons, grandsons, friends, cousins, well-wishers on both sides of the battlefield. Now Arjuna has to once sacrifice them or kill them to attain victory in this battle. On seeing this, Arjuna breaks down in the middle of battlefield. He now asks Krishna, is such a battle necessary? Is such a battle necessary? Is it fair to kill my gurus? Is it fair to kill my relatives and friends? Is it fair to kill all these cousins, brothers, their sons, grandsons, everybody? And is it necessary for me to enjoy the kingdom and wealth which is tainted with the blood of these people? If I achieve victory, if I receive a kingdom, can I enjoy it? That kingdom and wealth will be tainted with the blood of these people. No, Krishna, no fight, never. I cannot kill all these people. I cannot sacrifice all these people. Gandivam sramsate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate nacha shaknomi avasthatum brahmativa cha me manaha. Oh Krishna, my bow Gandivam, it is falling down from my hand. My body is burning. I am unable to stand. My mind is swirling. It is spinning. No, Krishna, I can't do anything. Arjuna puts down his bow and arrow and surrenders to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yachreyasyan nishitam bruhitan me sishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. O Krishna, I am your disciple. I have surrendered unto you. I don't know what is right, what is wrong. I am unable to decide because I am in a fix. On one side, I have assembled a huge army. I can't retreat from this battle. On the other hand, I can't kill my relatives. I can't kill my gurus. I can't kill my friends. No. I don't want to enjoy a kingdom or wealth which is tainted with the blood of these people. Oh Krishna, please show me the way. Arjuna surrenders to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, following which Krishna starts teaching Bhagavad Gita from the second chapter. So the first chapter involves breaking down of Arjuna. What is the message conveyed by the first chapter? Because many commentators for Bhagavad Gita did not comment on the first chapter. They said this is just story. Am I right? This is story part. The Upadesham, the actual teaching starts from second chapter only. But Ramanuja alone commented on the first chapter because Ramanuja says philosophy starts right here. What is philosophy there in it? Great philosophy. This scene, Arjuna breaking down in the middle of the Kurukshetra battlefield, is not an isolated incident which happened in Dwapara Yugam in Mahabharatam epic battle. This incident, this particular scene, it is happening, it is repeating every day, every moment in our mind called Kurukshetra, each of our minds. It's also one kind of Kurukshetra only. At least Kurukshetra battle lasted for only 18 days. But our mental battle, our mental turmoil, it is going on and on and on. And we are all Arjunas. We are all caught in between. So, that same Kurukshetra, our mind is also like Kurukshetra only. It is undergoing mental turmoil. It is a battlefield. We are all Arjunas. In whatever profession you may be a doctor, an engineer, entrepreneur, teacher, lawyer, auditor, businessman, whatever it is. We are all Arjunas, the Jivatma, individual souls. We are all Arjunas. Our mind, it is Kurukshetram. We have got 7 Akshauhini Pandava army on one side, 11 Akshauhini Kaurava army on other side. Who are they? Our positive thoughts are Pandava army, negative thoughts are Kaurava army. Here also, negative thoughts are stronger. There also, Pandavas are 5 in number, Kauravas are 100 in number. Pandava army is 7 Akshauhini, Kaurava army is 11 Akshauhini. In our Kurukshetra mind also, negative thoughts, they are 11 Akshauhini, positive thoughts, only 7 Akshauhini. So this good versus evil thoughts, positive versus negative thoughts, this mental turmoil, it keeps us in a fix like Arjuna. So Arjuna, just like he breaks down in the middle of Kurukshetra battlefield, we are breaking down every day in life. We are undergoing mental turmoil. So much of stress, tension, negativity, everything, we are also in a fix. On one hand, Arjuna's valor prompts him to engage in war. Arjuna's attachment prevents him from engaging in the same war. Similarly, our attachment pushes us towards evil thoughts. Our conscience pushes us towards positive thoughts. So, whether to act by conscience as per positive thoughts or act as per attachment and go with evil thoughts, we are unable to do anything. So, we also surrender to the Lord or an Acharya. Karpanya doshopahata swabhavaha prichami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yachreyasya nishitam bruhitan me sishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. So, every one of us, we are all Arjunas. We are in a fix. So much of negativity we are seeing in this world. We want to get rid of this. That's why, to bail us out of this mental turmoil, Lord Krishna starts the Upadesham of Bhagavad Gita. Just think once, if Krishna wanted to do Upadesham for Arjuna alone, he could have finished it in a couple of sentences. No, Arjuna, don't sit like this. Go, perform your warfare, do your duty. Enough. Why should he say 700 verses Bhagavad Gita? This is not for Arjuna alone. This is for the entire universe. Krishna wants to give you a proper solution for the mental turmoil of every person. That's why he starts teaching Bhagavad Gita. This is the premise of first chapter. So we have enjoyed the essence of first chapter now. Now coming to the second chapter, Krishna now starts giving solution. The problem is Arjuna is also having mental turmoil. No doubt we are also having a lot of mental turmoil. Now in the chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives a 3-point solution for mental turmoil. Whenever you are caught in a fix, whenever you are unable to decide what to do in your life, you are caught between some positive versus negative thoughts or good versus evil thoughts. You are caught in between. You are unable to decide what to do. In all those situations, to bail us out of those tricky situations, Krishna gives a 3-point formula which forms the essence of second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What is that 3-point formula? Atma Jnana, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. 3 points. Atma Jnana, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga. This 3-point formula will bail you out of any situation. What are those 3 points? Point number 1, Atma Jnana. First have a basic theoretical knowledge about soul. Practical knowledge, practical experience is different later. First, at least have a theoretical basic knowledge about soul and understand that you are not the body, you are soul, you are Jivatma, you are an individual soul. We are not this body. Whenever we identify ourselves with this body, we will be caught in problems because all problems are related to body only. But when we start realizing that I am not this body, I am an individual soul, I am a Jivatma, once we start realizing that, 90% of problems are already gone. Because the soul cannot be destroyed. Only the body can be destroyed. Soul cannot be destroyed. Lord Krishna says, Nainam chindanti shastrani, Nainam dakati pavakaha, Nachainam kledayanti apaha, Nasoshayati marutaha. The Jivatma, individual soul, it cannot be cut by weapons. Individual soul cannot be burnt by fire. Jivatma cannot be wetted by water. Jivatma cannot be dried by air. So, all these things cannot harm or cause any change to Jivatma. Once you realize that you are Jivatma, you can exist eternally. You can understand that just like God existing eternally, all souls, we all exist eternally. Even if death comes, death is only for body, not for this Jivatma. Once you start realizing that I am not this body, I am soul, I am Jivatma, you automatically get courage to face anything. The main problem we get afraid is, we identify ourselves with this body. Oh, I am having this body, what harm may happen? We are all afraid. Just stop identifying yourselves with the body. Just understand that you are soul, you are Jivatma. When you start identifying yourself with the soul, Jivatma, automatically you will get courage. You will be ready to face anything. So develop that Atma Jnanam. Once you develop that Atma Jnanam, you will not see the other persons as relatives. Oh, my relatives, friends, they are there. No. You are also Jivatma. They are also Jivatmas. So just start looking at people as Jivatma. Realize yourself as Jivatma. This Atma Jnanam is the first basic theoretical knowledge you should develop. This is point number 1. This gives you courage. Now we go to the second point. Among the 3-point formula, second point is With this basic knowledge of Jivatma, you get courage. With that courage, involve in Karma Yogam. Karma Yogam is path of action. Do your duty properly. And do your duty without without attachment to the result which comes out of that duty. Don't focus on the result. Don't focus on the reward. Focus on the work. So always do your duty. It is called Karma Yogam. We say Karmanyeva Dhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachane. Don't expect reward. Just do your duty. Reward will be given by Bhagavan. That's different. But refraining from duty, holding back from duty is a sin. Just because your relatives are there on the opposite front, you should not hold back from your duty. You should not refrain from your duty. So you should discharge your duty. At the same time, you should focus on the work, not on the result. If you just focus on the work without focus on result and do your duty, it will give you a greater benefit which is called purity of mind. If you keep on doing your work without attachment to the result, it gives you mental purity which cannot be achieved by anything else. But this duty, Karma Yogam, will give you mental purity. But even if doing your duty, you have some preference or prejudice, or if you have some attachment towards the reward, it won't give you mental purity. So, Karmani eva adhikaraste, just do your duty. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't get attached to the result or fruits of that duty. If you do your duty without attachment to result, then what will happen? You will get clarity of thought. You will get purity of mind. You will get some maturity. This is point number 2. Now the final point number 3 is, with such clarity of thought, with such mental purity, then what you can do is, you can start thinking about Jivatma. You can start realizing yourself. You can engage in meditation, because without a pure mind, you cannot engage in meditation. If you start sitting and start meditate now, whatever you don't like, that thing alone will flash across your mental screen first. So, do your Karma Yogam, purify yourself, have clarity of thought and purity of mind. At point number 3, you engage in meditation, you realize the self, you meditate on the self, you meditate on Jivatma. That meditation is called Jnana Yogam. It will take you to self-realization. You can experience the Jivatma. You can experience yourself, the individual soul. Shruti vipratipannayate yada stasyati nischala samadho achala buddhihi tada yogam avapsyasi. With that Jnana Yogam, as you experience the Jivatma, as you attain self-realization, now all this mental turmoil will go away. They won't come back to you again. Once you realize that Jivatma practically through experience, then all these negativities will be gone. Then you will focus. Then you can focus. Then whatever you want to do, you can achieve. So that self-realization is the ultimate solution for all your mental turmoil. So this is the 3-point formula given by Lord Krishna. To put it simple, understand first that you are not the body, soul. It gives you courage. With that courage, do your duty without attachment to reward. That gives you purity and clarity of mind. With that purity and clarity of mind, engage in meditation called Jnana Yogam. That takes you to self-realization. And that self-realization is the solution for all your mental turmoil. Just coming to our case now. We are also caught up. Positive thoughts on one side, negative thoughts on other side. Jivatma is the Arjuna caught up between them. Now we also don't know what to do. We surrender to Krishna. Krishna gives us the same 3-point formula. First, whenever we are in a fix, because a lot of problems we face in everyday life. Whenever you get a problem in life, first just think of this thing. I am not this body. I am Jivatma. These problems are only for the body and they will never affect Jivatma. Just think of it. This will give you courage. Point number 2. After getting that courage, don't take any decision based on your preference or prejudice. Just think, what is your duty there? I am having such and such situation. Here, what is my duty? Okay, this is my duty. Just do your duty and also don't expect reward. Just do your duty without attachment to reward. Don't focus on reward. Just focus on your work. That will give you mental purity. Now, point number 3, with that mental purity, when you start reflecting on yourself with a pure mind, if you start contemplating about Jivatma, you can attain self-realization, and that self-realization, the experience of Jivatma, that will put an end to all your mental turmoil, all negativities, all depression, stress, whatever we have. This self-realization will put an end to all these things. To put it even simple, crisply, if Arjuna fights properly, that is, the duty of Arjuna is fighting. Many people say Bhagavad Gita is a war book. Is it? They say Bhagavad Gita is war book because Krishna encouraged Arjuna to do warfare. Not like that. For Arjuna, his duty is to engage in war. He is a king, soldier. He has to fight to safeguard dharma, country, people. So wherever Krishna says you fight, you have to put it as duty. Whatever is duty for you, you do your duty. So if Arjuna discharges his duty perfectly, Pandava army will defeat Kaurava army. Am I right? If Arjuna performs his duty perfectly, Pandava army will defeat Kaurava army. If we do our duty perfectly, our Pandava army will defeat our Kaurava army. Our Pandava army is positive thoughts. Kaurava army is negative thoughts. If we engage ourselves in Karma Yogam and do our duty properly, this Pandava Sena called positive thoughts will defeat all our negative thoughts called Kaurava Sena and ensure that we emerge victorious in this battle called life. Life itself is a battle. If you want to succeed, we have to do our duty. That Karma Yogam, along with a basic knowledge of Atma, we engage in Karma Yogam, takes you to Jnana Yogam, thereby positive thoughts win over negative thoughts and we get victory in life. This is the way shown by Lord Krishna in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now coming to the third chapter. Now, what is spirituality? Whether it is renouncing everything or performing everything. What is true spirituality? Renouncing everything, leaving everything, go to forest, become an ascetic or sannyasi. Is it spirituality? Or be in a household life, live on this earth, perform everything and achieve success? What is spirituality? It is not renouncing, it is staying here and performing. This is stressed in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now, as the third chapter starts, Arjuna puts forth one question to Lord Krishna. Jyayasi chet karmanaste matha buddhir janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava. Krishna, I have one doubt, asks Arjuna. Krishna said, yes Arjuna, you can ask. Arjuna says, as far as my knowledge goes, you say if I perform my duty, that is warfare, I can attain spiritual development and self-realization. Never ever I have heard so. As per my limited knowledge, if you have to attain self-realization, you should renounce everything. You should renounce the world. You should renounce family life. You should become an ascetic. You should go to forest. And then you should start meditating on Atma, self. Then you can realize the self. But your concept is a bit strange. You ask me to perform a fight, yuddham. You ask me to fight against these enemies. If you involve yourselves in this battle, then you can get self-realization. I can't connect between those two things. How can a battle get me self-realization? Or to put it precise, how can doing your duty take you to self-realization? You may work in an office. You may be doing some duty. Will your office work take you to self-realization or meditation take you to self-realization? What's your answer? I am going to an office. I am doing my duty there. Will that duty take me to self-realization? Similarly, Arjuna asks, I am a king. I am engaging in warfare. How can this take me to self-realization? Oh Krishna, why are you inducing me into this terrible warfare? No, I want to attain self-realization. What you said is right. But for that, let me leave everything. I don't want to involve in this terrible war. Let me go to forest, let me renounce everything and then I will meditate and realize myself. Please leave me, says Arjuna. Now Krishna gives another 3-point answer in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now Krishna says, no Arjuna, spirituality is not about renouncing everything. You cannot attain self-realization just by renouncing everything, going to forest, becoming ascetic. You can't achieve anything. At the same time, your karma yogam, discharging your duties, can definitely take you to self-realization. This is emphasized in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita 1, 2, 3. Let us see 3 points now. First point, Krishna says, Arjuna, if you want to meditate on self, yes, you are right, you have to meditate to attain self-realization. But to do that meditation, you should have clarity of thought and purity of mind. You should have some maturity. Without maturity, how will you meditate on the self? Krishna says, Na karmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purushoshnute na cha sanyasana deva siddhim samadhigachati. Arjuna, first you have to do your duty. That's why Krishna said, don't focus on result. Focus on work. If you focus on work and do your duty, that gives you mental purity, clarity and maturity. Only after getting that mental purity, clarity and maturity, you can go to Jnana Yogam or meditation on self. Without this mental purity, if you try to meditate on Jivatma, you cannot see Jivatma, you cannot do meditation. Unnecessary evil thoughts alone will flash across your mind. Because without preparing your mind, how can you go to Jnana Yogam? So, Arjuna, you are trying to climb the 5th or 6th step directly. You have to go step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how you have to go. That's why in the first chapter, Krishna said, understand that you are Jivatma. That gives you courage. Then you do your duty without attachment to reward. That gives you purity of mind. Then you engage in meditation with pure mind. Then you can go to self-realization. You are trying to jump many steps. No, you cannot do that. Because, let me give you one example. There was a boy. He had to write an exam the next day in his school. But he was sitting comfortably in an easy chair. He was eating upma and he was watching TV. His father came, oh boy, what are you doing? Tomorrow you have got exam. The boy told him, what is the use of writing exam? His father told him, if you write well, you can score good marks. What is the use of scoring good marks? Hey, if you score good marks, you can get a good job. What is the use of getting good job? Hey, you can earn a lot. You can get a good salary. What is the use of getting good salary? The boy asked. The father told him, if you earn a lot, if you get good salary, you can sit comfortably in an easy chair, eat upma and watch TV. The boy said, I am already doing that only. Is it okay? No. You should first read. You should get a job. You should earn. Then you can sit in an easy chair and then you can eat upma, watch TV. But without doing all these things, can you straight away sit on easy chair, eat upma and watch TV? Similarly, without the basic preparation, without mental preparation, if you try to engage in Jnana Yogam, you cannot do it, you cannot meditate. Because these days we see many people, they all ask people, you come to spirituality, we will teach you meditation, directly you can meditate. But how can we meditate? Lord Krishna says, Karmendriyani sanyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudhatma mithyacharasa uchyate. Even if you teach meditation to an immature person, outwardly he may control his senses. Note it, outwardly he may control his senses and engage in meditation. But inwardly his mind will focus on petty things, worldly things only. If that is the case, he becomes a hypocrite. Krishna says, mithyacharaha, hypocrisy it is. Because outwardly he is posing himself as some spiritual person or a person engaged in meditation. But what his inner sense is doing, it is thinking on some mundane worldly thing or some petty thing. Is that right? It is hypocrisy. So first, to get that maturity, Arjuna, you have to do your duty without attachment to reward. That gives you mental purity to further progress in Jnana Yogam and do meditation. Now the second point Krishna says, Arjuna, doesn't it seem tough? Krishna asked. It is a teaser posted by Krishna. Is it not tough? Yes, because we have to do our duty and then attain clarity of mind and then meditate on Jivatma. It seems a complex process. Now, second point, Krishna says, let me suggest an easier way. Instead of doing your duty, then attaining mental purity, then engaging in meditation, Arjuna, you can do one thing. Just do your duty and engage in meditation even while doing your duty. That will take you to self-realization. Engage in meditation even while doing your duty. Wait. What did you say? Repeat. Engage in meditation even while doing your duty. If he is a driver, then what will he do? He is a driver. Come sir, please engage in meditation whenever you do your duty. then what is the plight of his passengers? No. Here the meditation recommended by Krishna is different. Here meditation refers to the mental mindset you should have while executing your duty. You see, this difference between second chapter and third chapter is, in second chapter, Krishna stated Karma Yogam, path of action separately, Jnana Yogam, path of knowledge separately. Now Krishna integrates both things. You can integrate this knowledge, mindset, meditation within your path of action, Karma Yoga. Now meditation and action come together. Jnana and Karma Yoga come together. How? Krishna says, Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya adhyatma chetasa nirashir nirmamo bhutva yudhyasva vigata jwaraha. Now Krishna tells the solution. 3 forms of sacrifice. This is the 3 meditation during your work. Whenever you do any work, just do 3 meditations. Meditate on 3 things. First thing is, meditate that I am not doing this work. God is doing it, having me as an instrument. This is the first meditation. So you are not closing your eyes. You are not thinking about some other thing. You are executing your duty. But while executing your duty, you have the mindset that I am not the doer. Having me as an instrument, God is doing. This is meditation number 1. Meditation number 2, sacrifice the attachment to that duty. We have one attachment, mine. This is my duty. Leave away that attachment and consider that this is worship of God. This is one form of puja to God. Develop that mentality. Number 3, and sacrifice the worldly result which you get from that duty, because you are going to get a great spiritual result. Our ex-president Dr. Abdul Kalam said to aim low is a crime. So just don't look for the worldly benefit coming out of your duty. Krishna didn't say don't expect any benefit. You have got a greater spiritual benefit, because if you do your duty, you will get a greater benefit called self-realization. So just leave or sacrifice the worldly benefit or worldly result or material fruit which you will get from that duty and offer it to God. Now these 3 constitute meditation, right? So this is the mindset knowledge part within your action. So each action has acting part as well as knowledge part. Each karma has karma bhagam and jnana bhagam. Karma bhagam includes the way you perform the action. Jnana bhagam refers to the mindset with which you perform the action. Now jnana comes within karma. Knowledge is integrated within your karma yogam or work. Now do your work, discharge your duty, but with the mindset that kartritva buddhi tyagam. I am not the doer, God is doing through me. Mamata tyagam. This is not my work. It is worship of God. It is His work. Don't focus on the result. Phala tyagam. Just offer it to Bhagavan. Now, as you do your duty with these 3 sacrifices, this mental mindset, it will take you directly to self-realization. You need not perform meditation, jnana yogam separately, because jnanam has come within karma yogam now. This can take you directly to self-realization. So the mindset matters. In second adhyayam, Krishna showed a way which is a 3-point formula. First, you have to engage in the thinking about soul. You have to have a basic theoretical knowledge of soul. Then you execute your duty as karma yogam. Then after purity of mind, you go to jnana yogam, then self-realization. It is like going through a busy city like Sydney. Now he gives a bypass road. This bypass road involves just have basic Atma Jnanam, just have basic knowledge about Jivatma. Do your duty karma yogam itself with these 3 sacrifices. There is a jnana within it. If you do karma yogam with this jnanam, it can, through bypass route, it can directly take you to self-realization, because this mindset is more important. Let me give you one example. In Kanchipuram, there was a great scholar, Kanchi P.B. Annangaracharya Swami. He was conversing with Kanchi Shankaracharya Swami. Kanchi Shankaracharya, Kanchi Annangaracharya, they both were conversing with each other. At that time, Kanchi Shankaracharya asked Annangaracharya Swami, while doing a duty, is the action important or is the mindset important? Annangaracharya Swami answered, mindset is more important. How? Asked Kanchi Shankaracharya. Annangaracharya Swami responded, oh Shankaracharya, you can see a person who is waving fan for you beside you. There was a disciple of Shankaracharya. He was waving fan for him. Annangaracharya pointed out at that person and he told him, now this person is waving fan for you. More than his action of waving fan, his mindset is more important. If he has the mindset that, oh, I have got a great blessing to serve fan to this Mahan, if he has that kind of a mindset, then his action is very good. But physically he is waving the fan. Mentally, oh, this old man is sitting here. He has asked me to wave the fan. How long will this old man sit here? How long should I wave the fan? If he thinks like that, then there is no use of waving the fan at all. So, more than the action, your mindset matters. If you develop this kind of a mindset, I am not the doer, God is doing. This is not my work, it is God's worship. I don't want the material result, I will offer it to Lord. If you have these three sacrifices, if you involve in these three meditation while executing your work, that will take you directly to self-realization. Point number 3, Krishna quotes an example. Because only when we say example, we will believe. Because in the second chapter, he showed some other route. Now he is showing one bypass route. Now Arjuna will ask, how did you develop this bypass route? Arjuna may ask. That's why point number 3, Krishna says, do you know my ex-father-in-law? Krishna asked. What ex-father-in-law? Yes, father-in-law in the previous incarnation. Rama's father-in-law. Janaka, Krishna says, Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim asthita Janakadaya. Do you know Janaka? In my Rama avataram, he is my father-in-law. That Janaka Maharaja, did he go to forest? Did he renounce family? Did he renounce his kingdom? He was a king. He was executing his duties. He got Sita herself, Mata Sita, as her daughter, as his daughter, foster daughter. And then he gave her away in marriage to Rama also. At the same time, by doing this karma yoga, executing his duty, Janaka attained self-realization. So Arjuna, it need not be 3-point. There is one bypass route, 2-point formula. So my prescription for you, Arjuna, is develop basic knowledge about Atma. With that knowledge, just execute your duty with these 3 kinds of sacrifice. That itself will directly take you to self-realization. This is the essence of 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now the message conveyed here is, spirituality is not about renouncing everything. It is about performing everything. Because many parents are afraid. They say, no, I don't want my child to read Bhagavad Gita so early. He may become an ascetic. He may become a sannyasi. No, actually, Arjuna was prepared to become a sannyasi. Bhagavad Gita came to prevent Arjuna from becoming a sannyasi and make him involved in performance of activities. So, spirituality is not about escapism. It's about endurance. You have to stay here. You have to face adversity in life. But Gita teaches you how to face that adversity, how to come over it, how to develop the mental strength, what the mindset you should have. These things are taught by Bhagavad Gita and not about refraining from everything, renouncing everything. That's not the scope of Bhagavad Gita. That we have to understand. Now we have seen 3 chapters now. Now we enter into the 4th chapter. The one-liner for 4th chapter is mindset matters. Again, whenever we do our work, mindset matters the most. Now, as the 4th chapter starts, Arjuna puts forth one question to Lord Krishna. Arjuna asks, oh Krishna, I think you are eulogizing this Karma Yoga recently. Because first you said Atma Jnanam, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, then only self-realization. Suddenly you are changing the route, you are putting a bypass like Google Maps. Google Maps will suddenly change the route. Yesterday when we came here, the Google Map of Mama's wife showed one route. His Google Map in his car, Tesla Google Map, it showed some other route. Similarly, in 2nd chapter you showed one route. In 3rd chapter you are changing it. No, only 2-point formula. Jnana comes within Karma Yoga. Now you execute Karma Yoga properly with meditation. Meditation during duty, that will take you to self-realization. Krishna, I understood your plot, Arjuna says. What did you understand? Krishna asked. Arjuna told him, no, you want me to engage in the battle. Just to encourage me to engage in the battle, you are praising Karma Yoga. Because if you praise Jnana Yoga, I will renounce. If you praise Karma Yoga, I will fight. That's why you are praising Karma Yoga. I have found out, Arjuna told him. Oh, I thought that usually we people, we often have this doubt. Even Arjuna had got lot of doubts like this. Oh, just to make me engage in war, you are telling like this. No, I won't believe. Arjuna says, I am doubting you, Arjuna says. Now Krishna told Arjuna, no Arjuna, please don't doubt me. Imam vivasvate yogam pura proktam mayanaga. Arjuna, in my another incarnation, I taught the same Karma Yoga to Surya. Did Surya fight with anybody? Did I want Surya to engage in fight? Sun God. I taught the same Karma Yoga to Surya and asked him to engage in Karma Yoga with Jnana. It will take you directly to self-realization. I have taught this to Sun God Lord Surya. So Arjuna, in another incarnation, I have done this same teaching. So I am not telling this just to encourage you. This is the fact, says Krishna. Now, Arjuna gets an additional question. Oh Krishna, you said avataram. In some other incarnation, you taught to Surya. I want to know some information about your avatars. Yes, please ask, says Krishna. Arjuna asks six questions. As per Ramanuja's commentary, here Arjuna asks 6 questions. Krishna, I want to know about your avatars. You say in one avatar you taught this to Surya. Now my first question is, are your incarnations true or mere false appearance? Krishna says, Bahuni me vyathitani janmani tavacharjuna. No Arjuna, all my incarnations are true as your own birth. We believe that we are all born here. Our birth is 100% true. As much God's birth is also true. So much as our birth, God's birth is also true. He incarnates in this world. So Krishna says, my avatarams are not mere false appearances. It is true incarnation. Second question. Then, if you incarnate or be born in this earth truly, will your power diminish? Because in Vaikuntham you can be Bhagavan. But when you incarnate on this earth, will your power diminish? Krishna replies, no. Ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropisan. Whatever incarnation I take, my power will not diminish. Whatever power I have as Vaikunthanatha, I take avataram with the same power. No doubt about that. That's why our Acharya says in temple we say Archavataram, Archa form of God, icon form. That Bhagavan also has the same power as Vaikunthanatha. Whatever power Lord of Tirupati Venkateshwara possesses, our Sydney Venkateshwara also has the same power. Whatever power Sydney Venkateshwara possesses, the Salagrama Perumal in our home, he also possesses the same power, because Bhagavan says, Ajopisan, his words, I am not saying. Ajopisan avyayatma bhutanam ishwaropisan. Whatever form I take, whatever incarnation I take, my powers won't diminish. I come with my full power. That's why the image or idol or deity in the temple is not just a symbol to make us remember God. It's actually an incarnation of God. He is with full potency, full powers. This is point number 2. Point number 3. The body you take in your avatars, is it material body or divine body? Krishna says it is divine body. Prakritim swama dittaya. Whatever divine form he has in Vaikuntha, similarly a divine body alone he takes and incarnates on this earth. That's why even in temple, we say no, we only sculpted an idol or icon or deity. How can you say divine body? Let me ask you one question. If you mix 1 liter of water to 24 liters of milk, what can you get? In India, my milkman is doing it every day. If you mix 1 liter of water with 24 liters of milk, what will you get? 25 liters of milk. Similarly, the deity which we have consecrated, that idol, it is like 1 liter of water. But when we consecrate the Lord using mantras, either it is Pancharatra Agama or Vaikanasa Agama, when we chant those mantras and consecrate Lord, we do Avahanam, consecrate Lord in that idol, God has his form in Vaikuntha, right? He merges into the idol with his own form. His form is 24 liters of milk. This idol is 1 liter of water. When God mixes with this idol, net result what you get? 25 liters of water only. You will have Bhagavan only. The idol won't remain anymore. So whatever form Bhagavan takes, it's his divine form. This is the answer for third question. Fourth question. What is the basis for your avataram? Arjuna asks. Because for our birth, the basis is karma. We have done a lot of karma. Karma forms the basis. For your birth, what is the basis? Krishna says, karma is not the basis. My karuna is the basis. His compassion, out of compassion, sambhavami atma mayaya. Out of my karuna, compassion, I take birth. Now, fifth question, is there any timing for your birth? For this Upanyasam, there is timing there. You need not worry. There is, because yesterday itself I noted there was no wall clocks. No problem. I am having time in my mobile phone. I will check often. Is there any timing for your avataram? Arjuna asks. Krishna says, yes. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Whenever dharma is in danger or adharma is in rise, at that time I will incarnate. Last but not the least, the sixth question, but the answer is known to you all for the sixth question. Sixth question is, what is the goal of your avataram? You know, paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya cha dushkritam, dharma samstapanarthaya, sambhavami yuge yuge. To save my devotees. Devotees long to have darshan of Lord. They want to experience His attributes. Only when God comes to this earth taking avatar, devotees can experience Him. So to save them from the pangs of separation from God, and also secondarily saving them from negative forces also. And while He comes to save His devotees, additionally He also destroys the evil forces and ensures that dharma is always steady on this earth. To reinstate dharma, dharma samsthapanarthaya, to reinstate dharma, Bhagavan takes avatar. So 6 questions, 6 answers, beautifully explained by Ramanuja. First question, is Bhagavan's incarnation true? As much true as our own birth. Number 2, will His power diminish? No, He comes with full power. What kind of body He takes, material or divine? Divine body. Then, what is the basis for His avataram? His compassion alone. 5. What is the timing? Whenever dharma is in danger, adharma is on rise, He will come. 6. What is the goal? To save His devotees and then remove these evil forces, reinstate dharma, He will incarnate on this earth. Now, Krishna adds one more point. Arjuna, instead of giving these long answers, I would like to put it crisp, Krishna says. What is it? In a nutshell, Krishna says, my incarnations are unlimited. In whatever form my devotee wishes to have my darshan or worship me, I take all those forms as my incarnation. Ye yatha mam prapadyante, tangs tathaiva bhajamyaham, mama vartmano vartante, manushyav partha sarvashaha. Krishna has put it in a nutshell. What are all constituting Bhagavan's avatar means, Krishna says, in whatever form or whatever manner my devotees think of me. It has been translated in Tamil by Poigai Alvar. Tamaruhandadu yavvuruvam avuruvam thane. Tamaruhandadu yapper mattrappper. Tamaruhandu yavvannam sindittimayadiruppare. Avvannam aழியானாம். Ye yathamam prapadyante. Tangs tathaiva bhajamyaham. Ramanuja describes here. Because in other commentaries the description is slightly different. But Ramanuja brings out the esoteric meaning here. In whatever form my devotee thinks of me, and in whatever form my devotee surrenders to me, I favor that devotee and reveal myself to him in the same form which he wished. Every form becomes my avataram, Krishna says. This had a great impact in the life of Bhagavad Ramanuja. Once in Srirangam, Bhagavad Ramanuja, he was walking by the banks of river Kaveri. At that time, in the sand on the banks of river Kaveri, small children, they kept a black stone. They named that black stone as Lord Ranganatha. They wanted to offer prasadam to that Lord Ranganatha. They had sand, just balls of sand. They offered those balls of sand as prasadam and then distributed it to the children standing around. Ramanuja was observing this with tears of joy. Oh, small children, out of devotion, they are trying to do puja to God. Ramanuja was taken aback. Now these children were distributing sand balls as prasadam. Ramanuja went. He too stood in the queue and showed his vessel. That boy, without knowing that he is Ramanuja, put that sand ball into the vessel of Ramanuja. Ramanuja said, Maha Prasadam, and took it with him. Ramanuja's disciples saw this. They were shocked. They went to Ramanuja. Acharya, what are you doing? It is a mere sand ball. Why are you taking it in the vessel? Ramanuja said, no, it is prasadam. Once the children have offered it to the Lord, it is prasadam. Sishyas told him, no, he is not Lord. It is just a stone. The children kept some stone and did some form of worship, offered sand ball. It is not God. Ramanuja said, no. Lord himself, Lord Krishna himself has said in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tan tathaiva bhajamyaham. In whatever form my devotee wishes to see me, I will reveal myself to that devotee in that form. God himself has said. So, these small children, in their pure mind, they have devotion. They firmly believe that Ranganatha is there in this stone. If this being the case, will Ranganatha come to the stone or not? Asked Ramanuja. Yes, said disciples. Ramanuja said yes. Seeing the devotion of these children, Lord Ranganatha himself has come from the temple to this stone and he has blessed these children abundantly. So it is prasadam. You also go and receive that prasadam. This was shown by Ramanuja. So the fourth chapter, in addition to Karma Yogam, it gives additional insights on Bhagavan's avataram. In whatever form we wish to worship God, God is kind enough to come to us in that form of our choice. This has been shown in the fourth chapter. Now Krishna tells Arjuna, like Venkatesh deviating often in his Upanyasam, I have also deviated. Arjuna, let me come back to topic. Mindset matters. Whenever you do your duty, Karma Yogam, more than the action, of course you have to do the action correctly, but more importantly, the mindset matters. Arjuna asked, what kind of mindset I should develop while doing Karma Yogam? Already 3 sacrifices we saw. Now Krishna says one step further. Whenever you do your duty, Arjuna, please have this mindset. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam, Brahmaivatena gantavyam, Brahmakarma samadhina. That is, to explain in today's context, Krishna says, Brahmarpanam, whatever instruments you use in executing your duty, see God within those instruments. Brahmahavihi, whatever investments you make for your duty, see God within those investments. Brahmagnau, whoever is your client in your duty or job or occupation, see God within that client also. Brahmana hutam, see God within you, the doer also. So God is within my investments. God is within my instruments. God is within my client. God is within my office. God is within me also. Do your work with this mindset. Whenever you do your duty, now this integrates our material life and spiritual life. Usually we draw a line. Material life is different. Spiritual life is different. Now Krishna shows the way to integrate spirituality into your day-to-day life. Krishna says, take for example a doctor. I am being a doctor. It is easy for me to explain. Take the case of a doctor. He should see God within his clinic. He should see God within his instruments like stethoscope or sphygmomanometer. He should see God within his investment. He should see God within his patient. He should see God within him also. Now think of it. If a doctor develops this kind of a mentality, how good the treatment will be. Because such a doctor won't treat just for fees. The doctor will have the feeling that God is there within my patient. If I treat my patient properly, God within my patient will get pleased. With that intention, he will treat. Of course, fees will come on its own because patient will get good treatment. He will automatically give fees. That will come on its own. But just think how the quality of treatment will improve. Similarly, a lawyer. I am not arguing for fees. God is within my client. God is within my court. God is within me. God is there in my files. With this feeling, if a lawyer argues, just imagine the quality of service people can get. Just imagine an entrepreneur or an engineer or a teacher. He thinks God is within my classroom. God is within my students. God is within me. God is within my book. If a teacher executes his or her duty with this kind of a mindset, just imagine what great quality of service we can get. This has been explained 5000 years ago by Lord Krishna. So see God in everything. Don't restrict spirituality to a daily puja alone. You can see God in your daily duty also, in your day-to-day life also. Because yesterday one IT person asked me one question, how to integrate with IT. Even in your IT field, you can see God within your IT office, in the IT professional, in your clients, in your computer. See God in everything. Now spirituality gets integrated into material life. With this mental maturity, you execute your duty. That will take you to self-realization. So now imagine, this is not mere doing of duty. We are doing our duty with a special mindset. So executing duty with mindset, this mindset, This will take you to self-realization. This is the essence of 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 7:22 p.m. We have completed the 4th chapter. Now entering into the 5th chapter. 5th chapter is about the quickest way. So this will be a quickest chapter for you also. It is about the quickest way. Arjuna asks, now Krishna, let me be clear. In the 2nd chapter, you showed me a 3-point formula. First, have a basic knowledge about soul. It will give you courage. Then you can do your duty, path of action, karma yoga, without attachment to result. That will give you clarity of mind. And then progress to meditation on self, jnana yoga. That will give you self-realization. Okay. Now in the 3rd and 4th chapters, you showed me on bypass road also. In that bypass road, we have basic theoretical knowledge about soul. With that, we directly engage in karma yoga or path of action, but we integrate a mindset, jnanam, knowledge part within that karma yoga. It directly takes us to self-realization, atma sakshatkara. Now, can I go via city route or bypass route? Can I go by the route 3-point formula shown in the 2nd chapter, or the 2-point formula shown in 3rd and 4th chapters? Which path can I choose? Krishna said, oh Arjuna, in today's context we will say you are a tube light. Already he said it is bypass route, 2-point formula, yet Arjuna asks in the 5th chapter, because in these days it is very difficult to criticize some people. They may get angry, they may react. Nobody is responding these days, they all are reacting. So these days we say YouTube. To call a person as ignorant, we just say YouTube. That's all. Tube means tube light, YouTube. That's enough. Just like YouTube, now Arjuna asks, which route can I go in? Oh, Krishna replies, no problem Arjuna. I will start the next chapter, 5th chapter. Krishna says, Sanyasastu mahabhaho dukkham aptum ayogataha yoga yukto munir brahma nachirena adhikachati. Arjuna, you need not have any doubt, as I already told you. This jnana yogam, just engaging in meditation, going to forest, renouncing everything, it involves a lot of hardships. It won't give you results quickly either. It will take a lot of time. So for a lot of time, you have to endure a lot of hardships, and then you can attain the destination. Just like starting from our Suresh Swami's home in Sydney and coming to this Red Gum Auditorium, we have a lot of traffic signals, lot of traffic. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, then only we can reach here. But Karma Yogam, it is very easy. It yields results quickly when you have a bypass road. In Sydney, we don't have bypass road, case is different. But when you have a bypass road, why can't you use it? So directly, Arjuna, you integrate jnanam within karma yoga, perform karma yoga, that will take you to self-realization very quickly. Jnana yogam, it is very difficult. It takes longer time. You have to endure a lot of hardships. But this Karma Yogam, it is easy, gives results quickly, so go for Karma Yogam. If you engage in Karma Yogam, it will give you self-realization, Atma Sakshatkaram. When you attain that state, you will start seeing everybody equal. This is the goal of Gita. Many people quote that one shlokam, Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam. They say Gita speaks about discrimination. The same Gita says in the 5th chapter, Krishna says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini, Shuni Chaiva, Shopakecha, Panditaha, Samadarshinaha. As you advance in spirituality, as you engage in Karma Yogam, you will get self-realization. You will realize the soul, and you will start seeing all people as individual souls. All individual souls are similar. These differences, one is black, one is white, one is tall, one is short, one is stout, one is slim. All these differences are bodily differences. One's caste, creed, race, religion, nationality, language, everything is based on body only. But when we start seeing people as individual souls, all souls are qualitatively same in nature. So we will see everybody equal. We will treat everybody equally. This is the way to universal brotherhood. We are all speaking a lot about universal brotherhood, peace, etc., etc. The best way is do your duty properly. Along with that knowledge, offer it to God as Karma Yogam. That gives you clarity. What kind of clarity? Krishna says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, on seeing a scholarly Pandit, Brahmane, a normal human being, Gavi, cow, Hastini, elephant, Shuni, dog, Shuni Chaiva Shopa Kecha, or even a sinner. A person may be a scholar or a sinner. The animal may be a cow or an elephant or a dog, whatever it is. But great Pandit scholars, they start seeing everybody equal. That is the goal you can get. So Arjuna, for quick results, please resort to Karma Yoga. For that Karma Yoga, no Atma, and now you engage in warfare. This is the advice given by Krishna in the 5th chapter. Now 7:27, we go into the 6th chapter. 6th chapter is about meditation, Dhyana Yogam. Now, though we go in city route or bypass route, they will converge at one point, right? Similarly, you may go via Karma Yoga, you may go via Jnana Yoga, but both of them combine at one point. So the route is, even if a person wants to go in Jnana Yogam also, initially he has to do Karma Yogam for purity of mind. Till that point, Karma Yogam is the same road. Then Jnana Yogam is one separate road. Karma Yogam with Jnana is a bypass road. Now these roads join together in a zip-like fashion. Where? In Dhyanam. Because the goal for Karma Yogi is also self-realization. Goal for Jnana Yogi is also self-realization. He has to visualize the Atma. For that, he has to engage in meditation. That Dhyanam. So to visualize the Atma, a Karma Yogi, after performing all his works properly, offering it to God with knowledge, now he goes to the state of meditation to visualize the soul. How to meditate? You can just try. Krishna gives 4-point tips now. 6th chapter, how to do meditation. Shuchau deshe pratitthapya sthiram asanam atmanaha natyuchritam natinicham chelajina kushottaram. In a clean place, establish a firm seat which is neither too high nor too low, and then cover the seat with silk cloth or deer skin or grass, darba grass. So you have to select a clean place for meditation. It should be serene and silent, just like this Red Gum Hall. It is very serene for listening to discourse. For in a serene place, make a seat which is neither too high nor too low, and then cover it with silk or deer skin or grass. This is point number 1. Point number 2. Tatraikagram manah kritva yatachittendriya kriyaha upavishya asane yunjyat yogam atma vishuddhaye. Then restrain all other thoughts. Now he has performed karma yogam. His mind is pure. So all other thoughts won't flash, because we people, if we start meditating, immediately the most hated person will flash across our mental screen. But now it is not the case. Now you can meditate, restrain all other thoughts, restrain all other activities, focus the mind on meditation. Point number 3, samam kaya shirogrivam. This we can follow all time in Upanyasam also. Samam kaya shirogrivam dharayan achalam sthiram samprekshya nasikagram swam dishascha anavalokayan. Now sit erect, hold the trunk, neck, head steady and erect. They should be in a straight line. Trunk, neck, head, they should be steady, they should be erect, they should be in a straight line. Focus your attention on the tip of the nose without looking around. Now eyes should be half open. In initial stages, they do meditation with totally closed eyes. But as we progress in meditation, eyes should be half open and focusing on the tip of the nose. That is great meditation. But we don't advance. That's why till we close our eyes permanently, we do meditation closing our eyes only. But the eyes should be half open, and the focus should be on the tip of, not on the other person, in our nose. Because somebody may think the person sitting on our opposite bench, okay, I will focus on his nose, tip of our own nose. This is the 3rd point. 4th point, prashantatma vigata bihi brahmachari vrate sthitaha manasanyamya machitto yukta asita matparaha. This 4th point is important. Now he wants to achieve Bhagavan, God, Vaikuntham, or does he want to achieve self-realization now? Answer. Self-realization. But to visualize that Atma also, he cannot meditate on Jivatma directly. So Krishna says, meditate on my divine form. So to attain Atma Sakshatkaram also, to attain self-realization also, Manasanyamya Madchittaha Yukta Asita Matparaha. Meditate on the divine form of God. Oh, just think of God from his lotus feet to his giant crown, Padambojam Pratikalamaham Shargino Naumi Nityam Jangajanu Pravarayugalam Samsmareyam Tatopi Urvor Yugmam Tadanu Mahitam Nabhidesham Bujautvo Vaksho Vaktram Tadidamakilam Sundaram Nirvishayam Agre Paryapti Hinamritam Iti Viditam Sundaram Swasya Rupam. Just meditate on his divine form. That will ensure that no other thoughts crop up within our minds. Because meditation on God just for a few minutes, it will just drive away all our evil thoughts, give us a serene peace of mind that will encourage us to progress further in meditation. So with a serene and fearless mind, one should meditate on Lord. If he engages in such meditation, it will take you to self-realization. So place a proper seat and then be seated on that, and then restrain all other thoughts, focus on the tip of the nose, meditate on the form of God. This meditation ultimately give you self-realization. That self-realization will put an end to all your mental turmoil. So Arjuna, for that, the first step is know about Atma and engage in your duty, which is nothing but this epic battle. So engage in this battle. There is one more additional information in this 6th chapter. In the 6th chapter, there is one shlokam. It is a very famous verse. It also made me famous because it became viral in WhatsApp and all. That is, there was a medical conference in Chennai. A doctor from USA was attending that conference and she gave a lecture. She said, India is the headquarters for diabetes in the whole world. In India, all people are having diabetes. But in the same India, Bhagavad Gita has given solution for diabetes also. If we follow one shlokam of Bhagavad Gita, not reciting, many people thought if we recite this shloka, diabetes won't come. No. If you follow that shlokam, if you follow the content of that verse, diabetes won't come. What is that verse? We have to know that, but that USA doctor, she quoted that verse. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkaha. Yukta ahara. Diet, it should be moderate diet. Because for diabetes nowadays, doctors say you should neither feast nor fast. Have moderate diet, yukta ahara. Viharasya, have moderate physical activity. We should have physical activity, but it should not be too much of an exertion also. At the same time, we should not be sedentary. Moderate physical activity. Yukta cheshtasya karmasu. You should have moderate exertion for your official duties also. Some people, they start thinking about office in home and they start thinking about home in office. They confuse everything. Not like that. Moderate activity for your job also. And then yukta swapana, moderate sleep. You should not sleep too much. At the same time, you should not have insomnia and not sleep at all. That's also not good. So have moderate sleep. So moderate diet, moderate physical activity, moderate exertion for job, moderate sleep, yukta avabodhasya, moderate wakefulness. If you say moderate sleep, moderate wakefulness will also come automatically. Why should we say moderate wakefulness separately? Because even while we think we are waking, we may sleep, even in Upanyasam, not in Sydney, in other places. They may sleep in Upanyasam, they may sleep in school, they may sleep in college, they may sleep in office. So that kind of sleep we should not have. It should be healthy sleep, healthy wakefulness. If we have these 5 things in moderate level, yoga bhavati dukkha. He will achieve in yoga, Krishna says. The doctor said, if he follows these 5 things, diabetes won't come to that person. Moderate diet, moderate sleep, moderate activity, moderate wakefulness, moderate exertion, no diabetes. So this shloka is there in Bhagavad Gita. Following it is good for health also, but ultimately more than health, it is good for spiritual health. That yoga, that dhyana yoga, that also comes because of this. So in the 6th chapter, Krishna gives a conclusion to Arjuna. Arjuna, enough of Bhagavad Gita, time is 7:36, so let me 18 chapters are there. But Krishna says here, let me conclude here. Arjuna, this dhyanam, it takes you to self-realization. You can realize yourself. You can enjoy the Atma for that. That will give you clarity totally. For that, you have to fight now. But Arjuna, keep one thing in mind. Don't stop with Jivatma alone. If you do meditation, you can realize yourself, self-realization, you get it, okay. But don't stop with Jivatma alone. If you start meditating on Jivatma, slowly you will realize that Krishna says, I, Paramatma, Lord Narayana, is there as the soul of the soul. Paramatma resides as the soul of the soul. Soul resides as the soul of its body. Similarly, having the soul as his body, having Jivatma as his body, Bhagavan resides within this Jivatma as the soul of the soul, Paramatma. Now you realize that I am stationed within you as your soul, soul of soul. So you start meditating on me with love. It is called Bhakti Yogam. Loving, devotional, incessant meditation towards God. That Bhakti Yogam is greater than Jnana Yogam and Karma Yogam, and that Bhakti Yogam will alone take you to liberation. Now this has given you self-realization, okay, you have Atma Darshanam. But that alone is not enough to liberate you from the cycle of births and deaths. This is as per commentary of Ramanuja. Ramanuja here explains, this realization of self alone is not enough to liberate you from the cycle of births and deaths. To get rid of samsaram, you have to understand that God, Lord Krishna, Paramatma, He is enshrined within us as the soul of the soul. So realize that He is my soul and start meditating on Bhagavan with utmost love, incessant meditation, that is called Bhakti Yogam. That Bhakti Yogam will please the Lord and ensure that we attain liberation. Saying so, Krishna concludes the 6th chapter. So it is the solution for us also. So if we have any problems in life, just relax, understand that we are Atma, we are not this body, why should we worry? Get courage, do your duty without any preference, prejudice, just execute whatever duty, don't worry about result, that will give you mental purity. Then you can engage in reflection on soul. If it is not needed, just keep on doing your duty as per the bypass route. Just keep on doing your duty with that mindset, with that jnanam. That takes you to self-realization. This self-realization ensures that all your mental turmoil is gone. Don't stop with that self-realization alone. Realize the self of self, Paramatma. Lovingly, devotional meditation you please perform towards Paramatma. That will take you to liberation from births and deaths. That Bhakti Yoga gives you moksham. Krishna concludes chapter number 6. Arjuna, enough, people are waiting, you go and fight, Krishna said. Now 7th chapter begins. 7th chapter is about devotion. Bhakti Yogam starts in 7th chapter. Now, Krishna asked Arjuna to go and fight. But Arjuna said, Krishna, please wait. You gave me some interest about Bhakti Yogam. You said incessant, loving, devotion, meditation towards God. I want to know about that Bhakti Yogam. Please explain me who all can do Bhakti Yogam, for what purpose they involve in Bhakti Yogam. Please explain me everything. So in the 7th chapter, Krishna starts explaining who all perform Bhakti Yogam. That is chapter number 7, Bhakti Yogam, devotion. Now Krishna says there are 3 categories of devotees. Initially Krishna classifies them as 4. But then he combines 2 people and makes them into a single category and says there are 3 classes of devotees. Krishna says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sugridinorjuna artho jigyasur artharthi jnani cha bharatarshabha. Now a man has attained self-realization. The preliminary process is all over. Now this person, he wants to do Bhakti Yogam, devotion to God. Now Bhakti Yogam is not mere Bhakti. We go to temple, we chant the names of God, we listen to discourses. These are all devotion, Bhakti. Bhakti Yogam is devotional meditation. Incessantly, we have to keep on meditating on God without pausing for even a moment. It is continuous, incessant meditation. It is called Bhakti Yogam. Now, who all engages in Bhakti Yogam? Krishna classifies them as 3 categories. 1, those who desire material wealth. They also meditate on God. Because to get material wealth, if they meditate on God, God will be kind enough, He will give you wealth. Number 2, those who want to attain Kaivalyam, the enjoyment of Jivatma. They attain self-realization, but they want to enjoy the Jivatma permanently. For that, they also meditate on Bhagavan. Because meditation on Bhagavan gives them clarity, it gives them purity of mind, it cleanses all other bad bad thoughts from their mind. It enables them to meditate on Jivatma further. For that, they also meditate on Bhagavan for spiritual wealth of Kaivalyam. Number 3, for divine wealth of Kainkaryam. The great devotees, they want to go to the eternal abode of God called Vaikuntham. They want to attain God who is with his consort Mahalakshmi. They want to do service to Goddess and God in their conjoined state. Those great devotees who seek divine wealth of Kainkaryam, they also engage themselves in Bhakti Yogam. So Bhakti Yogam is not for moksham alone. Krishna says, Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritino Arjuna, artho jignasur artharthi jnani cha bharatarshava. Arthaha artharthi, they both of them, they desire wealth. But for wealth also, they keep on meditating on Bhagavan, asking him for wealth. In them, among these two, Arthaha is the person who wants to regain lost wealth. Artharthi is a person who wants to gain new wealth. For the convenience of Tamil people, I can give you one example. Arthaha, regaining lost wealth, is the hero of Rajinikanth movie, like that. He will go from rich to rags, again rags to riches. Similarly, he was rich. By the interval time, he will become rich to rags. Now this Arthaha, he wants to regain that wealth, rags back to riches. For that he meditates, he is called Arthaha. Artharthi is MGR movie hero. He will start as a poor person, but by the climax, he will become rich. Artharthi, he wants to gain new wealth. So both of them can come under the same category. Both of them need wealth only. So this person, he needs wealth. For that worldly material wealth, he meditates on Bhagavan, Bhakti Yoga. Second category, Jignasuhu. He wants to enjoy his own self. To some extent, he has attained self-realization also. But what he desires is, even after birth, he should keep on enjoying his own self he desires. For that, he meditates on Bhagavan, seeking his blessing so that he can always enjoy his own self. Many people say, I is the greatest mantra. I will know myself. I will meditate on myself. I realize myself. So to enjoy himself, he also meditates on Bhagavan. He is called Jignasu. Jnani, Krishna says, this Jnani alone wants to do devotional service to Bhagavan. He wants to get rid of all these births and death cycle, all this worldly existence. I am not interested in these things. I want to attain the spiritual realm of Vaikuntham. I want to do service to Goddess and God. I want to serve his devotees. With that great mindset, this Jnani goes to Bhagavan. So we have got 3 classes of people who do Bhakti Yogam. One who wants wealth, one who wants Atmanubhavam, one who wants Bhagavadanubhavam and Kainkaryam. Among these 3 kind of people, Krishna says, Tesham Jnani Nityayuktaha Eka Bhaktir Visishyate. Jnani is the greatest of the 3 because he wants to do devotional service to Bhagavan. He is not interested in worldly wealth. That is, we say achetanam, insentient worldly wealth. He is not interested in it. He is not interested in sentient Atma also. Chit, sentient, he is not interested. He wants to attain Bhagavan, Paramatma only. We have 3 entities. Achit, Chit, Ishwaran we say. Achit is insentient object. Chit is sentient Jivatma, because Vedas say that we have Jnanam. Let us believe. So we are all sentient. Bhagavan is the super sentient ruler of all the people. Now this Jnani, he doesn't want insentient material pleasures. He doesn't want sentient Atmanubhavam also. He wants Bhagavat Kainkaryam. So he is the greatest of them all. Krishna adds, Udara sarva evaite jnani tu atmaiva me matham. That jnani, that great devotee who seeks Bhagavan only, nothing else. He seeks Bhagavan himself from Bhagavan. You give yourself to you. I want to do Kainkaryam, devotional service to you. You give yourself to me. This devotee asks, Krishna says, that devotee is my soul. Jnani tu atmaiva me matham, Krishna says. I consider that devotee. This is my policy, Krishna says. That devotee is my soul. This is the word of Lord Krishna. He adds, Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samahatmasu durlabaha. You can't see such a devotee often. Because only after taking so many meritorious birth, so many punya janmas, the devotee realizes that Lord Vasudeva is everything for me, like Nammalvar, Unnum Soru, Parugu Neer, Thinnu Mechilayum, Ellam Kannan. Everything is Bhagavan for me. That kind of devotion. It doesn't come in a single day or a single birth. Bahunam janmanamante. That's why many people, even after so much spiritual progress, they do Bhakti Yogam for wealth. They do Bhakti Yogam for Atmanubhavam, because that jnani, that state doesn't come that easy. But if a person has attained that state, he is my soul, because without soul, body cannot exist. Without devotee, I cannot exist, Lord Krishna says. So the 7th chapter drives home the fact that the best prayer, the best thing you can ask for from Lord is God Himself. You can ask God, you give yourself to you. You bless me with the boon of serving you. This is the greatest boon we can ask. This is shown in the 7th chapter. Now 8th chapter. Now Arjuna asks Krishna, you have divided the devotees into 3 categories. What is the destination they will attain after their births? Because we have got 3 persons now. Just imagine in your mental frame. Because if we go on speaking about philosophy, you will be good only, because some people may feel sleepy. That's why just open up your mental screen. We have got 3 persons, A, B, C. A is also involved in Bhakti Yogam, but he wants wealth. B is also involved in Bhakti Yogam, but he wants self-realization and Atmanubhavam. C is also involved in Bhakti Yogam, but he wants to go to Vaikuntham and serve Lord. What is the destination which they are going to get? Now Krishna says in the 8th chapter is about the destination. Krishna says, person A, what does he want? Wealth. He would meditate on Bhagavan as possessor of so much of wealth, because he needs wealth. So he meditates on the aspect Aishwaryam of God. He says God possesses so much wealth, so much wealth. He meditates on the wealth of God. If that person performs this kind of Bhakti Yogam, after death, the soul departs and travels in Dhumadi Margam. This Dhumadi Margam, it is called path of smoke. It is for people who meditate on God seeking wealth. They involved in Bhakti Yogam but seek wealth. For him, Krishna says the destination is Dhumo Ratris Tatha Krishnaha Shanmasa Dakshinayanam Tatra Chandramasam Jyotihi Yogi Prapya Nivartate. For such kind of a person, the Jivatma departs from the body, it goes to the world of smoke, world of night, then the world of waning face of the moon, then the world of Dakshinayana Devata, 6 months of southward movement of sun. So he goes to the world of smoke, world of night, world of Krishna Paksham, waning face of moon, and world of Dakshinayanam. From there he reaches Chandralokam, the world of moon. In Chandralokam, he enjoys the wealth for which he was meditating. He engaged in Bhakti Yogam for wealth. He enjoys all the wealth there in Chandralokam, world of moon. After enjoying the wealth, he comes back to this world only. He is born again. He won't get liberated because he wanted wealth. He enjoys wealth in Chandraloka and comes back to earth. In the next birth, he may mature to do Bhakti Yogam for attainment of Bhagavan. That maturity can come to him. So as such, this A, he goes to the world of Chandra, moon, enjoys riches and comes back. Now coming to B, what does he want? Enjoyment of Atma. In his case, Krishna says, he meditates on Bhagavan having pure form, because he wants pure soul only. I need nothing else. I want to enjoy me, me, me. Have you heard this? Me, in me, speaking to me, mean me. He wants me only. So he meditates on the pure form of God. He is involved in that meditation. What is the destination? Krishna says, Avyaktokshara ityuktaha tamahu paramangatim yam prapyana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. This fellow, he just goes in a path. The path is not explained because me, he is always focused on soul only. He is not even focused on the path. So even the path is not described. He goes in some path. That's why Swami Vedanta Deshika says in Nyaya Siddhanjanam, a great metaphysical work, he says, Yena kenapi gachati. In some route he goes and attains a place called Kaivalyasthanam. It is neither Vaikuntham liberated state nor worldly samsara state. It is in between like Trishanku Swargam. He goes there and eternally I, me. He will keep on meditating on Jivatma. Our Alvars and Acharyas have condemned this state. Please don't get trapped in that. That's why Periyalvar says, ஏடு நிலத்தில் இடுவதன் முன்னம் வந்து எங்கள் குழாம் புகுந்து. There ஏடு நிலம் means Kaivalyam. Don't get trapped in that place. So he thinks of Jivatma, 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 Jivatma all through his life. But there is one difference. You can done nothing wrong in thinking about Jivatma. But when you think about Jivatma, you should also visualize that Paramatma is there as the soul of Jivatma and engage in devotional meditation on Paramatma. That will take you to Vaikuntham. But even after seeing that Paramatma is within Jivatma, if his focus is only on enjoying Jivatma, then this is the case. So the focus, if he focuses on Paramatma, he will attain moksham. But still, even after all this progress, still he doesn't get that maturity. He keeps on meditating on Jivatma only. In that case, he will straight away go to that Kaivalyam. He will have that Atma Anubhavam. It will be to some extent blissful for him, but it is not true liberation. It is contrary to the essential nature of soul. Because the soul is subservient to God. It cannot enjoy itself. So this is like receiving salary from somebody else and doing a self-business with that. So this soul enjoys itself there. This is Kaivalyam. Now number C, we have got another devotee. He is called Jnani. Because what does he want? He wants to go to Vaikuntham. He wants to attain God with the goddess. And he wants to serve that divine couple. In that case, he meditates on God with his complete form. Now the person who sought wealth meditated on God with so much of wealth. This person who sought Atmanubhavam, he meditated on God with pure form. But this person, he meditates God completely with his consort Mahalakshmi. He meditates on Bhagavan with his divine form of body. He meditates on Bhagavan's glories, attributes, his world, everything. Now this person goes in the route called Archiradi Margam, the path of divine light. Krishna says, Agnir Jyotir Ahas Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayatha Gachanti Brahma Brahmavido Janaha. Agnihi, he goes to the world of Agni, fire. From there he goes to the world of daytime, Pahal, day deity. For that place he goes. And then Shuklaha, the waxing face of moon, that place he goes. From there he goes to the deity of Uttarayanam, the world of the deity of Uttarayanam. Following many lokas, he goes to Vaikuntha Lokam. He attains Brahma, Parabrahmam, Bhagavan in his Vaikuntham. He never comes back to this material universe. Nacha punara vartate, nacha punara vartate. He is always engaged in the true bliss, unparalleled bliss of serving the divine couple in Vaikuntham. He never comes back to this earth. He gets rid of all his karma and he will eternally be serving the Lord in his place. This is the plight of C. So, these persons who wish for wealth go to Chandralokam in Dhumadi Margam and return. Those who wish for Atmanubhavam go to Kaivalyam in some route. Those who wish to serve God, they go in Archiradi Margam and attain Vaikuntham. This is shown in the 8th chapter. Now coming to the 9th chapter. How to do Bhakti. Because now Arjuna has got one clarity. We should not opt for wealth. We should not opt for Atmanubhavam. What we need is Bhagavad Anubhavam, Vaikuntha Moksham. Now, how to do Bhakti? How to aspire for that? Krishna says, Bhakti is very easy, Arjuna. 26th shloka of the 9th chapter, how to do Bhakti? Krishna says, Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachati, Tadaham Bhakti Upakritam, Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. Krishna says, you need not offer me something which is very rare. Whatever is great in this place, you bring me. I won't ask like that. Even easily gettable, a tulasi leaf, patram, leaf, one tulasi leaf, or any flower, or any fruit, or if you don't get anything, you can bring water. If you don't have water, you have your tears. You can offer your tears in devotion as water. So you can offer a leaf, or a fruit, or a flower, or a water. But if you offer that with utmost devotion, Krishna says, I will long for it and I will receive it, as if a person is receiving an object for which he had been longing for so many years. If a person gets that thing, how much he will feel happy. I receive that object with that much happiness. Tadaham bhakti upakritam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Seeing your devotion. So God does not see the weight of the object. he sees the weight of devotion. So devotion is very easy. You can please me with bhakti. With that bhakti, as you progress and progress and progress, that bhakti becomes bhakti yogam, incessant, loving, devotional meditation on God. That bhakti yoga means the 34th shloka of the 9th chapter, manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktva ivam atmanam matparayanaha. Arjuna, always think about me, you love me, you offer all your activities unto me, then you will certainly attain me. This is Bhakti Yogam. This is true Bhakti Yogam. Desiring to attain Bhagavan and having himself as the means to attain him, involving ourselves in devotional meditation. Here Ramanuja explains, Manmana Bhava Madbhaktaha. We have to meditate on Bhagavan. How? Ramanuja says, the Bhashyam, commentary here, Mahi Sarveshware, the Lord of all. We have to meditate on him as the Lord of all. Nikilaheya Pratyanika Kalyanaikatane. He is devoid of negative attributes. He is full of auspicious attributes. Sarvagne. He is omniscient. Satya Sankalpe. He accomplishes whatever he wishes. Nikila Jagadeka Karane. He is the cause for all. Parasmin Brahmani. He is the greatest of the greatest. Purushottame. He is greater than all Jivatmas. Pundarikadala Amalaya Takshe, he is lotus-eyed Lord, Swacha Neela Jimuta Sankashe, he is bright cloud-hued Lord, lotus eyes, cloud-hued divine body, Yugapadudita Dinakara Sahasa Sadrisha Tejasi, he is radiant like the radiance of thousands of suns rising together, Lavanyamrita Mahodadau, his body, his handsomeness, it's like a nectar, Udara Pivara Chaturbaho, he has got long rounded forearms, Atyujvala Pitambare, he has bright yellow silk attire on his waist, Amala Kirita Makara Kunda Lahara Keyura Kataka Bhushite. He has crown, he has ear ornaments, he has got shoulder girdles, he has got ornaments for his hand. Similarly, he has got all including bracelet, and then for the anklets, he has got every ornaments adorned in his body. Apara Karunya Saushilya Saundarya Madhurya Gambhirya Audarya Vatsalya Jaladho. He has got great attributes. Apara Karunya, he has got compassion. He is simple, Saushilya, Saundarya, he is handsome, Madhurya, he is sweet, Gambhirya, he is deep, he is Audarya, he is magnanimous, Vatsalya, he is loving, Analochita Vishesha Ashesha Loka Sharanye, irrespective of whether we are good or bad, he is the sole refuge for all, he gives the asylum, he gives shelter to all people, Sarvaswamini, he is the Lord of all, Taila Dharavat, just like oil dropping down as a continuous stream, we have to meditate on God. Avichedena nivittamana bhava. Likewise, you meditate on me. Offer everything to me, Krishna says. Here, Ramanuja gives a commentary. Tadevam laukikani sharira dharanarthani nityanaimittikani vaidikani chakarmani sarvam madarpanam kurvan. Ramanuja Bhashya. Ramanuja says, what is true devotion? What is true bhakti yogam? Whatever actions you do, Vedic activities, Nitya Karma, Naimittika Karma, whatever you do, you offer everything to God. Not only that, Ramanuja puts a comma. Laukikani Sharira Dharanarthani Karmani. Even if you are involved in a Laukika job, you are here in Sydney, you are earning money to account living, you are working for a company, don't worry, it is also Bhakti Yogam, Ramanuja says. How? I am working for somebody else in a company? No. Even that job, you may be working in a company, no doubt about that. But even for that job, if you do it with sincerity, if you adhere to dharma while executing that job and do it as karma yogam, offer the result of that job to Bhagavan. You may do some service to Bhagavan from the result you get from that job. If you do it in that way, that's also a part of your puja to God. Ramanuja has said it 1000 years ago. Even if you are involved in a Laukika profession just to earn money, nothing wrong. Do it with sincerity, honesty, adhering to dharma, offer the fruit to God. Of course, we will take care of our family. Whatever we get extra, we can offer to God, we can do service to God. With that mindset, do the duty itself as worship of God. So we have offered everything to Him. As you offer everything to me and meditate on me with devotion, Arjuna, you will definitely attain me. This is the way to attain me. Now Krishna concludes with the oh, time is 8. You have concluded? No. I will conclude by 8:15 only. Now Krishna says, okay Arjuna, just meditate on me. You will attain liberation. With this 9th chapter is concluded. Now 10th chapter, Arjuna puts forth a question. How to develop devotion? It's $1 million question. Krishna said, okay, you meditate on me, meditate with love. All okay. How to develop this devotion? Krishna said, listen to my glories. The more you listen to my glories, the more you become attached to me. The more devotion you can develop. So, listen to my glories more. That's why the 10th chapter is called Vibhuti Yogam. Krishna extols whatever great attributes he possesses. Just by listening to that, we can develop devotion. Krishna says, Yadyad vibhuti mat sattvam srimadurjitamevava tat tadevava gachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Krishna says, I am within everyone. I am within everyone, Krishna says. But my presence can be felt within eminent persons evidently. God is within everyone. But when can we realize that God is within everyone? If we see some glorious person, if we see a great person, if we see an eminent person, it's obvious that it is God who has given him this talent and made him accomplish like this. So I am within everyone. But my presence can be felt evidently in eminent persons. That's why in Vibhuti Yogam, Krishna gives a long list. You have got a lot of groups in this world. Every group has got a leader. I am within everybody in that group, but my presence is evident in the leader of that group. That's why Krishna says, among the luminaries, I am the sun. Among the Vedas, I am Samaveda. Among Devas, I am Indra. Among Rudras, I am Shankara. Among Yakshas, I am Kubera. Among Purohits, I am Brihaspati. Among the peaks, I am Meru. Among commanders, I am Skanda. Among Rishis, I am Bhrigu Maharishi. Among the words, I am Omkaram Pranava. Among the letters, I am A. Aksharanam Akarosmi, I am A. Among the Asuras, I am Prahlada. Among the animals, I am lion. Among the birds, I am Garuda. Among the serpents, I am Adisesha. Among the people having bow, I am Lord Rama. Among the rivers, I am Ganga. Among the Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Among the people belonging to Vrishni clan, I am Krishna. So he is within everybody, but his presence can be felt evidently in these people. So I am within everybody. As you listen to more of my glories, so this is the message conveyed by the 10th chapter. If you listen more and more and more about God, you have come in large numbers today also. Today is also a weekday, but it is a strong day for you. You have come in large numbers. As you listen more and more and more, devotion will develop automatically. This is conveyed in the 10th chapter. Now Arjuna said, Krishna, 1 minute. Krishna asked, what Arjuna, you are not willing to fight. I have explained you everything. Still what do you need? Arjuna said, no Krishna, you explained your glories and I listened through my ears. But if you give it as a PowerPoint presentation, it will be easy for me to remember. Because visual aids serve the purpose better. So, can you give me an LED screen or a PowerPoint presentation or so that I can remember your glories? Now, in the 10th chapter, you said that among Vrishnis, I am Krishna. Among Pandavas, I am Arjuna. Among commanders, I am Skanda. Among the people with bow, I am Rama. No. Can you show a PowerPoint? Can you show a visual representation? Asks Arjuna. 11th chapter is Vishwarupa Darshana Yogam, which is the visual representation of what was conveyed in the 10th chapter. Now Krishna says, Arjuna, I have got your point. I will give you a PowerPoint presentation by showing my cosmic form. Now Krishna takes a form in which whatever he had mentioned in the 10th chapter can be seen within the body of him. Now Krishna tells Arjuna, it's a goosebump moment for Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita. Ihaikastham jagat krishnam, Krishna says, he addresses us also. O people gathered here, now at this very place, you are going to see a mighty scene here. Ihaikatsam jagat krishnam pashyadya sacharacharam. Now you are going to see the entire universe in a single place. Mama dehe gudakesha. Where are you going to see? Within my body, you will see everything. Yachanya drashtumichati. Not only these things. Whatever you want to see more, everything, yachanya drashtumichasi, you can see in my body. But Arjuna, to visualize that, these eyes are not enough. These are material eyes. These cannot see that cosmic form. So, Arjuna, I will give you divine eyes. Natumam shakyase drashtum anenaiva svachakshushā divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. Now, Krishna gives the divine eyes to Arjuna. Now, Arjuna opens his divine eyes. We open our mental eyes. Now, we see a great, huge, cosmic, universal Vishwarupam of Bhagavan. It's a huge form. How was it? Aneka Vaktranayanam, Anekadbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divyabharanam, Divyanekodhyatayutam, Divyamalyam Baradharam, Divyagandhanu Lepanam, Pashyashcharyamayam Devam, Anantam Vishwato Mukham, Aneka Vaktranayanam. He has so many heads, so many mouths, so many eyes. Anekadbhuta darshanam, everything is many, so many hands, so many legs, everything is spreading apart. Aneka divyabharanam, he has divine ornaments which are infinite. Divyanekodhyatayudam, he is having a lot of infinite divine weapons. Divya malyam baradaram, infinite, many. He has got attires. He is wearing clothes which are infinite in number. He is wearing so many garlands. He is wearing so many divya gandhanu lepanam. He is anointed with so much of fragrant chandanam, sandal paste and all. Everything is limitless. Pashyashcharyamayam devam anantam vishwato mukham. Endless, a great Vishwarupam, a huge form. Ananta bahum shashi surya netram. Sun and moon are his eyes. One eye, sun. Another eye is moon, because the eye which is sun, it scorches evil forces. The eye which is moon, it blesses devotees with its cool nature. That's why in soap ad they say hard on dirt, soft on clouds. Bhagavan shows it. He is hard on evil forces with the sun eye. He is soft on devotees with his moon eye. So Shashi Surya Netram, Ananta Bahum, so many hands, so many shoulders, so many feet, so many heads. Sun and moon as his eyes. Arjuna was astonished. Krishna showed this scene to Arjuna so that if we visualize it, even with our mental screen once in our life, we will be awestruck. Oh, how much great is Bhagavan? Automatically we will develop devotion to him. Subconsciously in your mind, devotion will automatically crop up. That's why Bhagavan showed this form. And he tells Arjuna, Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakyaha aham evam vidorjuna. Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Only by devotion you can have darshan of this form. For your devotion, I have given this as a gift to you. Gift to your devotion. Not only that, Arjuna says, Krishna, your form is so huge, so great, I am unable to even digest this. Can you please return to your old form? Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichchamitvam drashtumaham tathaiva tenaiva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabaho bhava vishwamurte. Because if you, one Upanyasagar, the audience told him, sir, yesterday you finished in 90 minutes, today you can please elongate. The Upanyasagar started speaking, it went to 9 p.m. and people were unable to get back to their homes. Likewise, I wanted to show a PowerPoint, but this PowerPoint slides is going to infinity. No, Krishna, you please return back to your original form. This triggers devotion in all. It attracts all. Let me give you one example. How Vishwarupam makes us, Vishwarupam means Bhagavan's Vishwarupam. How Vishwarupam makes us involved in devotion. During the World War II, USA, UK, they were all facing stiff attacks from Japan and Germany. So they wanted to devise nuclear bomb. For that they summoned Robert Oppenheimer. Am I right? Oppenheimer. He had to devise the atom bomb, Little Boy and Fat Man, which were to be dropped in 1945 August month in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Little Boy made of uranium, Fat Man made of plutonium. For that they had to conduct a nuclear test in USA. In that nuclear test, this person, scientist Robert Oppenheimer, he came. He performed the nuclear test. The nuclear weapon, it just burst with so much of flame. Immediately Oppenheimer quoted a verse from the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He says, दिवि सूर्य सहस्रस्य भवेत् युगपद उत्थिता यदि भा सदृशी सा स्यात् वासस्तस्य महात्मनः. He said the English translation of this verse, if the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst at once into the sky, that would be like the splendor of the mighty one. Oppenheimer quoted, because when Krishna took the Vishwarupam, cosmic form, if 1,000 suns, if the radiance of 1,000 suns were to burst at once into the sky, like that nuclear bomb, like that, but nuclear bomb, we are not sure whether it is good or bad, but cosmic form is definitely good for us. That cosmic form showed that kind of a radiance, so it can attract even Oppenheimer towards Bhagavan. So if you meditate on this Vishwarupam, you can develop devotion. Now Krishna conveyed this in 11th chapter. Now coming to the 12th chapter, Arjuna had one more query. What is it Krishna asked? Arjuna said, Krishna, if I don't develop even after seeing Vishwarupam, what can I do? Oh my God. Arjuna asked, you first gave me audio, then you gave me audio visual treat in the form of Vishwarupam. Even after having the darshan of Vishwarupam, if I don't develop devotion, what can I do? Any alternative method? Out of compassion, Krishna says that 12th chapter means to develop devotion. This can be applied in our lives also. For our children, we want them to be devotional. For that, Krishna gives practical tips in 12th chapter. Krishna tells Arjuna, Arjuna, if you visualize my Vishwarupam just once, you cannot develop devotion. You just practice. Again and again you listen to my glories. Again and again you think of my form. If you do it repeatedly, you can develop devotion. This is point number 1. Athachittam samadhatum nashaknoshi mayistiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichchaptum dhananjaya. So repeatedly think of me. Repeatedly listen to me. So once or twice, not enough. Many times, repeat. That will definitely give you good results. Arjuna asked, even after repeating for so many times, if I do not develop devotion, what can I do? Krishna, out of compassion, says, no problem. Do service in temples. It is very, very important. Doing service in temple will automatically kindle your devotion. In Sydney, you have got Venkateshwara temple. You can go there. We can serve the Lord. Doing service. Ramanuja, in his commentary, he has given a list of services. What all we can do in temple to develop devotion. These are all practical tips to be applied. The shlokam is abhyasepi asamarthosi matkarma paramo bhava madarthamapi karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. Now Ramanuja explains in his commentary, madiyani karmani alaya nirmana. First you can do kainkaryam for kumbhabhishekam or samprokshanam, for the nirmanam, for the consecration of the temple, we can do service. And then udyanakarana pradipa aropana. Then we can form a garden in the temple. We can grow flowers. We can create a garland of flowers and offer it to God. So offering garland of flowers, growing flower plants in the premises of the temple, this is one good kainkaryam. It will develop devotion. Periyalvar, Tondaradi Periyalvar, they all performed this. And then Pradiparopana, we can light lamps. We can offer ghee, light lamps in temple. Marjana, we can clean the temple. We can clean the floors of the temple. We can keep it clean. Abhyukshana, Upalepana, Pushpaharana, Puja Pravartana. We can serve in whatever way. The Archaka will perform puja to God. In whatever way we can bring utensils, we can bring divine cloths for God, we can bring garlands for God, we can give prasadam for God. Or prasadam will be prepared separately in Madapalli. We can bring fruits and other offerings to God. Likewise, whatever we can bring and offer, we can do that kind of kainkaryam. Nama Sankirtana, we can chant the names of God, we can chant Alvar's divine hymns, we can chant Vedic mantras in the premises of the temple. Pradakshina, we can circumambulate the Sannidhi of God. Stuti, we have to chant Stutis. Our Acharyas have given a lot of hymns. Alvar Pasuram's Acharya Stutis. Namaskaradini, we can do Namaskaram. Tani Atyartha Priyatvena Achara. With love, if you start doing these things, then definitely you can develop devotion. Arjuna asked, even after doing all these things, if I do not develop devotion, what can I do? Krishna said, only one thing. Even after doing all these things, if you are unable to develop devotion, do your duty. Karma Yogam, back to start. Second chapter, Karma Yoga. Arjuna asked, Karma Yogam? Why should I do my duty? Krishna said, I don't want to repeat because time is already 8:10. Just note it. If you do karma yogam without attachment to result, that will give you mental purity, that will take you to self-realization. If you realize yourself Jivatma, you will slowly realize that Paramatma Bhagavan is residing within the self Jivatma. Once you know that I am your indweller, I am your essence, automatically devotion will spring up in your heart. So the only way to develop devotion in such case is just keep on doing your duty with sincerity. That will take you to Jivatma. Ultimately, Paramatma is within Jivatma. You will realize, and you will go through some route and then come back to me only. So using this route, you can develop devotion. Arjuna, if you develop this kind of devotion and meditate on me, willing to attain me only, attain Vaikuntham devotional service, then don't worry. The last shlokam of the 12th chapter, Ye tu dharmyamritam idam yathoktam pariyupasate shraddhadana matparamaha bhaktastetiva me priyaha. Then you are very dear to me. You will definitely attain me. With this, Bhagavad Gita concludes. Just because time is up, you will say, with the 12th chapter, Bhagavad Gita is over. Yes, I am not selling. Alavandar and Ramanuja say Bhagavad Gita has only 12 chapters. Remaining 6, I will tell you the gist. But as per Alavandar and Bhagavad Ramanuja, Gitopadesham concludes with the 12th chapter, Bhaktaha te ativa me priyaha. I love those devotees. I will give moksham, liberation to those devotees. With this, Bhagavan concludes. So Arjuna's Upadesham for Arjuna is over. So you are suffering from mental turmoil. Upadesham for us is also over. You are suffering from mental turmoil. Positive thoughts on one side, negative thoughts on our side. We are in a fix. We don't know what to do. Just develop Atma Jnanam. Do your Karma Yoga as puja. You need not do Jnana Yogam separately. Integrate Jnanam within your Karma Yoga itself. That will take you to self-realization with clarity of mind. That self-realization will drive away all these negativities. You will win. Your positive thoughts, Pandavasena, will win over negative thoughts, Kauravasena. Don't stop with that. Realize that Bhagavan is the soul of the soul. He is Paramatma dwelling within us. Now, we engage in loving, devotional meditation incessantly on that Paramatma. That Bhakti Yogam will give you liberation over. So, the first 6 chapters focused on Karma Yogam and Jnana Yogam. Both Karma Yogam and Jnana Yogam came in the first 6 chapters. 7 to 12 chapters, Bhakti Yogam. With that, Bhagavad Gita concludes. Says Alavandar. Then why the remaining 6 chapters? Arjuna still had certain doubts. Just like we are going to have a Q&A session very soon. Krishna finishes Bhagavad Gita with 12 chapters. Arjuna asked for a Q&A session. 13th chapter to 18th chapter is the Q&A session of Bhagavad Gita, like our discourse. That's why our SAGI, Sydney Andal group also has planned accordingly. First he will give you Upanyasam, then he will give you a question answer session. That's what Lord Krishna did. They are going by Krishna's way, SAGI. Now, Arjuna had some things to clarify. In the 13th chapter, clarification is about Chit Jivatma. How to differentiate Jivatma from body. Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yogam. How to differentiate this Jivatma from this body. If we fail to differentiate, we will be in bonded state. If we can differentiate body and soul, then we can attain liberation. So how to differentiate body and soul? This has been explained in the 13th chapter. 14th chapter is Gunatraya Vibhagam. We have 3 gunas, Sattva Gunam, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam. These 3 gunams only trap this Jivatma in samsaram, worldly existence. Because what these 3 gunas do is, always we have a mixture of 3 gunas. If we have pure Sattva Guna, there is no problem. That is Shuddha Sattvam. That is possible only in Vaikuntham. In worldly state, we have Sattva Gunam. That is not good Sattva Gunam. It is mixed with Rajo Gunam and Tamo Gunam. That's why Acharya says you get rid of this Sattva Gunam, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam. All 3 belonging to material world. You go to Shuddha Sattvam, spiritual world Sattva Gunam. That has no mixing of Rajo Gunam or Tamo Gunam. So in this world, we have some proportion of Sattva Gunam, Rajo Gunam, Tamo Gunam. At some time, Sattva Gunam will be predominant. It will encourage us to go to Upanyasam. At the same time, after 15 minutes into the Upanyasam, it will say, no, he is just boring. You take your cell phone, you watch what is the score for cricket match. It will stimulate us like that. That is Rajo Gunam. 45 minutes into the discourse, people will start realizing, we thought we have caught one Upanyasakar. No, Upanyasakar has caught all of us. He is not going to leave us. So he will start sleeping. That is tamogunam, laziness. So what is responsible for you listening to Upanyasam, or what makes you listen to cell phone, or what makes you sleep? All these three gunas only. Sattvagunam made you sit here. Rajogunam made you take the cell phone. Tamogunam made you sleep. So these three gunas only entrap us in this worldly existence. So get rid of those three gunas. Attain Shuddha Sattva Vaikunta. This is the focus of the 14th chapter. 15th chapter is, so 13th chapter about Chit Jivatma. 14th chapter is Achit, Shariram, body, which is the combination of three gunas. 15th chapter is about Ishwar and Bhagavan, Purushottaman. He is the greatest of all. Bhagavan is greater than insentient objects. Bhagavan is greater than bonded jivatmas. He is greater than liberated jivatmas also. Yasmat ksharamati aksharadapi chottamaha atosmi loke vedecha pratitaf purushottamaha. He is Purushottama. Bhagavan is greatest. So, Chit Jivatma is different from body. 13th. 14. Body has three gunas. Get rid of them. 15. Paramatma is the greatest of all. Try to attain him. Now coming to the 16th chapter, who are Devas, who are Asuras? Of course, there are celestial beings. Apart from that, who are Devas, who are Asuras means those who follow the Shastras, which are the words of Bhagavan, they are called Devas. Those who don't follow the Shastras, those who don't follow the words of Bhagavan, they are all Asuras. This Deva Asura difference has been highlighted in the 16th chapter. Tasmat Shastram Pramanamte Karya Karya Vyavastito. Always follow Shastram. And then 17th chapter, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yogam. Okay, a person, he has Deva attribute only. He performs all Shastric actions. But even while performing that action, each action can be classified into Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Just take for example, because 17th chapter has a lot of things, to keep it simple in a nutshell, I will tell you one example. Reading, preparing for an exam. Preparing for an exam may be Sattvic, Rajasic or Tamasic. If a boy, a student, he wants to help his friends also, and also he also wants to read and score, it is called Sattvic reading. But if he wants to ensure that he alone scores good marks and others should not score, with that intention he reads, it is Rajasic reading. If he spoils himself, spoils others also, it is Tamasic reading. So reading is same activity, but it can be Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. If you give donation to SAGI, they are conducting good discourses and other programs, we want to give donation. SAGI donation can be Sattvic, Rajasic or Tamasic. If we want to encourage more good things, we want to ensure that it reaches more people, for that we donate, it is Sattvic donation. If we want to keep some ad, I am the donor, please put my name everywhere, it is Rajasic donation. But with a bad intention or with evil intention, if we donate, it is Tamasic. So all activities can be classified with as Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. This is explained in the 17th chapter. So 13th about Jivatma, 14th about three gunas, 15th about Bhagavan, 16th about Deva Asura, 17 about the actions coming under three gunas. Now the final chapter 820, final chapter 18th chapter. After listening to all these things, Arjuna said, Krishna, it seems very difficult to me. Krishna could have said, you should have said it in the first verse itself. After listening all the time, everything, he asked so many doubts. Krishna was kind enough to clarify. Now Arjuna said, Krishna, this seems too difficult to me. How can I follow all these things? Krishna smiled. 18th chapter, 66th verse, the ultimate verse of Bhagavad Gita. Now Krishna tells Arjuna, if you are not able to follow all these things, if you find everything difficult, sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Don't worry, Arjuna. Sarva dharman parityajya. Leave the feeling that other means can take you to me. We all have the feel that karma yogam, jnana yogam, bhakti yogam, using these we are going to attain God. Leave alone everything. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Surrender unto me alone. With utmost faith, surrender to me alone. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. I am omnipotent. I am omniscient. I am omnipresent. I will cleanse you of all your sins. I will deliver you from all your sins and I will grant you liberation. Ma shuchaha. Ma shuchaha means don't worry. Don't worry is not advice, it is order. You should not worry. After surrendering to Bhagavan, you should not worry. So don't worry is not an advice. Don't worry is an order. Ramanuja says, Prapannan karaindanagil nastiganamitanai. Even after surrendering to God, if a person says, still I am a little bit tense, still I am worried. If a person gets tension, stress, BP, etc. after doing Sharanagati, he is a Nastika, atheist, says Ramanuja. Because once you have faith in Bhagavan, Bhagavan says, Ma Shuchaha, don't worry, then we should not worry. So Arjuna, all this I have talked all along. Don't worry. Surrender unto me. Leave aside everything. Surrender unto me. I will deliver you from all your sins. I will grant you moksha. You should not worry. With this, Lord Krishna concludes Bhagavad Gita. So now let us go into the take-home messages. Take-home message number 1. Now you have listened to this discourse. Almost 2 hours you have listened to it. Take-home message number 1 is, the solution for our mental turmoil is just relax and do your duty. That will take you forward. Number 2, never leave your anushtanams. Krishna says renouncing is not spirituality, performance is spirituality. So all our anushtanams you have got, we have to perform them, we should never leave them, perform them as worship of God. Number 3, do your duty, even it could be a material job or occupation. Do it with knowledge, do it as worship of God. Number 4, Bhagavan takes a lot of avatars. He takes the form of our choice. In whatever form devotee wishes to see him, Bhagavan takes that form. He is kind enough to do it. 5, mere yoga won't serve the purpose. It should be Bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga is greater than mere yoga, because these days people teach yoga but not Bhakti. So yoga has to be integrated into Bhakti. That meditation should be full of devotion and love for God. That's the motto of Gita. And a true devotee, he always desires to attain God and serve Him. And he does not seek anything else from God. Of course, God will give us everything, that's different. But true devotee doesn't set his eyes on other things. And then whatever we offer, God accepts them happily. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Whatever we offer, God accepts. And then we saw the ways to develop devotion. Listen more about Him. Have His darshan again and again. Serve in temples. And then you do your duty and realize self. That will also take you to Bhagavan. These are all ways to develop devotion. Finally, if you are unable to do all these things, just surrender to Bhagavan through an Acharya. He will definitely rescue us. And the last but not the least, the 10th take-home message is the final shlokam of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra yogeshwarah krishnaha yatra partho dhanurdharaha tatra sthir vijayo bhutir dhruva nitir matir mama. Wherever there is Krishna, yatra partho dhanurdharaha. In the first chapter, Gandivam sramsate hastat. Gandivam fell down from his hand. But now, partho dhanurdharaha. Arjuna is standing with his bow Gandivam. How? For this willpower, he should have got willpower. Ramanuja says that padadvandvaika samashraya. Arjuna has surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna. He gave him willpower. With that willpower, Arjuna is back in action. So after listening to Gita, we also get that willpower. With that willpower, Gita, what all it gives to us, tatra srihi, wealth, vijayaha, victory, bhutihi. Bhutihi means prosperity. Dhruva nitihi. Nitihi means justice. Dhruva means it will be there firm. Dhruva means firm. Matir mama. Sanjaya says this to Dhritarashtra. So wherever Krishna and Arjuna are there, we will have lot of wealth, prosperity, victory, justice. Everything will flourish wherever we listen to Bhagavad Gita. So this Bhagavad Gita gave willpower to Arjuna, and he is back in action with his Gandiva. So this Bhagavad Gita, this lecture, essence of Bhagavad Gita, also focuses everybody to be back in action with willpower like Arjuna. He has got willpower, Gandiva. We should also get willpower by the grace of Bhagavan, and that willpower will take us forward in our life. Lord Krishna, he is Partha Sarathi, charioteer. Not only for Arjuna, for all our lives. Lord Krishna is the charioteer. He drives the chariot of our life towards his own lotus feet. So let us all surrender to Lord Krishna, and definitely, no doubt, Lord Krishna will definitely take care of all the forthcoming proceedings in our life and ensure that we have got a great life, great future prospects ahead for us and also our family and our future generation. With this, I conclude this discourse and open up for Q&A session.
If anyone has any questions, they can. I'll pass them the mic and they can ask questions. And for anyone who scanned the QR code, if you've noticed, I put on QR codes around the room. If anyone has scanned them, they'll be submitted to Swami, and he'll most likely answer as many questions as he can. So, but now, whoever wants to ask a question, I can pass him the mic.
Again, Swami said, this could be a silly question, so I don't know. Couple of questions I have. You said we have to see God within everyone. So I'm just talking in a professional way. That if you see, like we have, if I design something, right, at office or some professional places, and if we do something and if it's contradictory to someone, and for a good argument's sake, if you see God within that person, we won't even argue, right? Like we will just straight away accept what they say. And how is it going to be possible in that aspect?
Okay. Whether the argument is based on personal grudge or competition or professional, there lies the answer. If it is a professional argument, you can argue with God also. Bhishma took bow and arrow and fought with Krishna himself. Bhishma's arrows attacked Lord Krishna, but that is professional. Personally, Bhishma was devoted to Lord Krishna. Likewise, if you are engaging in professional argument, you can just see that yes, Lord is within him also. But this is just a professional argument. You can definitely do on a professional manner. But if you want to do it personally with a grudge on a person, you compete with a person, you are jealous of a person, you hate a person, that's wrong.
Another question, Swami, related to this professional thing again. We are in Kali Yuga and it's really hard to do a duty is what I feel, because it's not very straightforward, right? So in various aspects, various fields, or everybody, even in Kankaram, anywhere, some people may not like how we do, or even in our office as well. So this could hurt themselves by knowingly or unknowingly. That could hurt other people.
Okay.
Will that be a sin, like, or?
If you don't have, again the same answer, if you don't have any personal grudge against them, and if you consider it as fair, whatever you do to your conscience, it is fair, you are devoted to God, you are doing it with a good mindset. Again, mindset matters. We saw mindset matters. If your mindset is good, if you don't have any intention of hurting other people, you need not worry about that. At the same time, better ensure that nobody gets hurt. But if it is beyond your hand, somebody gets hurt, means we can't help anything.
Thank you, sir.
Just on the back of this question, when you are seeing God in your client, so the doctor is seeing God in the patient.
Yes.
Similarly, for a warrior, how will he see God in his enemy? He's
Definitely.
going to kill the.
He is not his client.
But
Warrior's client is civilian people. He is God within the civilian people who are living in his country. I have to protect those people. God is living within them. This enemy is coming, so I have to attack my enemy. God is there even within enemy, no doubt about that. But you have to attack so that the God within my clients, who are my citizens, will be pleased. So the enemy is not a client, and your client cannot be an enemy.
Swami, in chapter 4 you are saying that if adharma is ascending and dharma is descending, Perumal will take avatar. Can I then believe now that dharma is really ascending, that's why Perumal is not avataring at the moment? Is that
Perumal might have taken avataram. We are not able to realize that because there was one Valmiki to show us Rama is incarnation. There was one Vyasa to show that Krishna is Amsham of Lord. Now we don't have that much rishis to show that this person is avataram. That's the problem. But Bhagavan always takes avataram. Anantavai avataraha. Just like Anantavai Vedaha, Anantavai avataraha. Avatarams are also infinite.
Devarid was mentioning about the mindset song.
Yes, sir. Audible.
Devarid was mentioning about the mindset. How do we keep the mindset constant in this busy world, Swami?
Okay, good question. Again, Lord Krishna says only by practice. In Karma Yoga, the greatness is even if you don't develop the mindset initially, just keep on doing your work. Don't focus on result. Don't have preference prejudice. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva. Just keep on doing. It will come automatically with the grace of God because He is watching everything. If He knows you are sincere, He will give whichever is best suited for you.
Sorry, could you just repeat the essence of chapter 13?
Yes, you differentiate the body from soul. If you associated yourself with the body, if you think that you are the body, you will get caught in this samsara. But if you differentiate that, no, I am soul, this is different from body, I am the knower, body is the object which is known by me. Even subconsciously we say, my body is not well today. If you say my body, then who are you? You are someone distinctly different from that body, right? That's why you say my body. Just like my bag, my tumbler, my water bottle, my phone, my body. I, body. Just differentiate them. This is the essence of 13.
Anyone else?
Yes, audible. Please go on.
People say that when you move out of India, you are in the overseas, the karma, whatever you do, it won't reach Perumal. And for an example, when we are doing Tarpanam...
Got it. The answer is, if you are doing it for a specific material benefit, if you do that karma for a material benefit, you won't get that phalan when you do it in foreign land. But if you have surrendered to Bhagavan and doing it as anukulyasya sankalpaha, I have already surrendered to God, He is going to grant me moksham. But till I exist with this body, I have to do all my works as aradhanam to God just to please Him, just as kainkaryam. If you do it just for the pleasure of God, then in whatever land you do, it will work out. So again, mindset matters.
On that note, so we have to go back to India so that all our whatever we do, Tarpanam or whatever things to our ancestors, then only that will reach Perumal and then only you will not be with
I have answered this. For what purpose you are doing, you have already performed Sharanagati to Bhagavan and you are doing all these things as Aradhanam to Bhagavan. In that case, wherever you do, it will reach Bhagavan. But if you seek some material benefits from that, each Pitrakaryam or whatever karma you do, it carries some material benefit. If you are doing it for that material benefit, you won't achieve that benefit when you are doing here. If you want that benefit, you have to go back to India and do it there. No, I have surrendered to Bhagavan. I am offering everything to Bhagavan. After Sharanagati, I am doing this karma anuttanam for the preeti, for the pleasure of God as kainkaryam. In that case, from wherever place you do, Bhagavan will accept second time.
My question is not necessarily related to Bhagavad Gita. What is the main thrust of Ramanuja's Gita Bhashyam? Why, when so many others have written earlier, why did he write and what is the key thrust of it?
Okay. To put it simple, the essence of Gita has come out in a cogent way in Ramanuja's commentary only. Because if you refer all the commentaries which came before and even after Ramanuja, there will be no connection between the previous shlokam and the next shlokam. There will be no connection between the previous chapter and the next chapter. But Ramanuja, what he did is he connected all the dots. That's why for the last 2 hours you listened to my discourse. Everything started from a straight line, it went in a path and concluded at the destination. That is the greatness of Ramanuja Bhashi.
Read Ramanuja's Sage one. Or question in like when we were discussing about this Chaturvita Bhajantema and the sloga varumbodhu they read one the munnadiye meditation was very well explained, like what is meditation, dhyana and so when dhyana or meditation is like constantly thinking about Perumal, and if we really do that, then why would we actually go behind Artharthi? Adhe varano appa.
Still, that's why Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Even after those meditation also, they get a mindset that yes, Bhagavan is great, but still he doesn't consider that Bhagavan is everything for me. Only if he starts thinking that Bhagavan is everything for me, he will want to attain Bhagavan and do devotional service. If he doesn't have that mindset, okay, Bhagavan is great, let me get something from him. He is great, let me get Atmanabhavam from him. That kind of mental maturity alone he would have got. That's why, otherwise this shloka has no meaning at all. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabaha.
Another question is like practical question. It's maybe very silly, but then how do we identify duty? Like at a high level, it maybe sounds obvious, but on a day-to-day basis, like when we make micro decisions, it's very difficult.
Spiritual duty, worldly duty. Spiritual duty is your Nitya Karma Anuttanam, whatever you have to do. As you asked morning, Sadanuttana Darpanam, you can follow that for spiritual duty. For material duty, wherever you are employed, from where you get salary or whatever you do that duty itself as worship of God. You need not search for what is our duty. Your office boss will give you, this is your duty.
One last question from Adian. They mentioned like Alavandar Swami and Ramanuja Swami has mentioned that up to 12 chapters is Bhagavad Gita, the main gist, right? Like, but then how do I understand this? Like the important sloka that is the basis of our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya is coming from 18th chapter, but then 12...
Actually, in the context of Bhagavad Gita, Charma Shlokam has different meaning. In Gita Bhashyam, Ramanuja didn't say this meaning. As per Gita Bhashyam, the meaning of Charma Shloka is, Arjuna, you just leave, you have to do lot of atonement, prayashchittam to get rid of your sins. Only if you get rid of your sins, you can perform Bhakti Yogam and then attain moksha. But before you start Bhakti Yogam, these sins, they are standing as hurdle. To get rid of the sin, you have to perform prayashchittam. It will take a huge volume of work. So, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, leave away all prayashchittams. Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, surrender to me. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. Here papa means whichever sins are hurdle to your performance of Bhakti Yogam, I will remove those sins. Mashuchaha, don't worry. Then you perform Bhakti Yogam and attain me. So for Arjuna's context, he is fit for Bhakti Yogam. He is not yet mature to be a Sharanagata. So in Bhakti Yogam context, he has explained that. But Ramanuja walked 18 times to Tirukkotiyur to get the meaning from Tirukkotiyur Nambi. This is this meaning only. This same shlokam, which conveys a different meaning in different context to Arjuna, gives a different meaning in different context to you who is a Prapanna. So, in your context, you can get that meaning through Mumukshupadi or Rahasyatrayasaram. You can get that meaning there.
Unfortunately, we'll have to conclude this Q&A session. But there are 2 QR codes on this side, on my left side, and there are 2 on this back wall. If you have any questions, please feel free to scan the QR codes and submit some questions, and they will be answered in the subsequent Upanyasams. Thank you for attending, everyone.